cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. Got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this king shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats and your colors fly. You don't get that shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the ceiling, something you don't understand. Getting tough on my benefit, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away from pain? If you're willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by the UPK niggas. All the UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar, hanging out the car window when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we never like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back.
This shit go hard right here, y'all.
Got equipment packed in a can van. I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. Got a problem, we'll handle it.
Hey, y'all, this is Locke and Barzal. Locke out of Philly, Barzal out of Philly. That's what this is called. Left.
Can van. I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go.
Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right.
That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. Got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this king shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats and your colors fly. You don't get that shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Oh, you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the ceiling, something you don't understand. Getting tough on my benefit, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away from pain? If you're willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by the UPK niggas. All the UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar, hanging out the car window when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we never like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that could be your last time. Look it out the way, the price to pay before. That shit go. Nah, for real though. Look. it go. Look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that right.
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, one who's anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street.
Hey, I'm coming, y'all.
Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of war. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. Still found the truth.
Should have been a holy fight happening.
What
And
did I
then they
walk
said it was his
into?
brother, right? Right, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah,
It was his brother.
yeah, it was his brother.
Oh, well, that probably took some of the edge off. Probably why they didn't
Well,
fight.
he's just a willing participant. He's a willing participant for the bullshit, and like
Yeah, the money all coming to him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you think about religion, Melanin? Because that day I was like, I'm on that. Like that bothered me. What do you think about religion? How do you feel about it as a whole?
So I'm more of a spiritual person rather than religion. I think religion keeps us divided, if you ask me, because we always are going back and forth about different things in the Bible or based off of religions, but I'm more of a spiritual person. I don't too much get involved with that. I have been to church, and I think
Grow up religious.
Hmm?
Did you grow up religious?
Yeah, I grew up going to church.
What denomination?
Christianity.
Okay. Any the sect of Christianity, Baptist, apostolic, like
I'm not sure. Yeah.
okay, it was a long time ago. So what made you get out of it, or did family get out of it first?
No, my dad could like recite the Bible like the back of his hand. My mom, she's still very much into it, but I just always had questions about things in the Bible. And I was always told, like, you don't question the Bible, you don't question God. That used to be something that used to get on my nerves. And then there's, I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but how you go to church and it seems like the sermon is for you. So there's been times, like a few times where I got happy, or I don't want to call it the Holy Ghost, but what they call catching the Holy Ghost. And what used to irritate me is how the pastor would come and like touch you and put like hands on your forehead and all that, Lord and God and all of that. And it would take away from whatever I was experiencing to begin with.
Yeah, I'm going to say something to y'all, and I want to get y'all's opinion on this. I caught the Holy Ghost today in my car. I was driving and I was listening to Chance the Rapper. And I was listening to You Don't Want No Problems With Me. And I said, I always wonder what their choir is saying in the background. And so because it was in Atlanta traffic, you can do all kinds of shit. You write a dissertation in traffic because your car not moving. So I'm just sitting there, and I swear to God, this happened. I looked up what was saying, and the white boy was saying, first I looked up the genius thing, and the genius thing was saying something. I was like, it's not saying that, because I think the last word I keep hearing is, in my head, I kept saying, but the last word sounds like righteous. So I looked it up, and the white boy was explaining how he made the beat and sent it to, it's a beautiful story, how he sent it to Chance the Rapper on Twitter. That's how he got his white boys to make that beat. And he said he got these churches together. He said he wanted to sound like a sample like Kanye West, but it was real people singing. So there's real people singing that, and he just mixed it and made it sound like a sample. And the last line of what they were saying, it said, I think it's Proverbs 8:8, and they were saying, all words I speak are nothing but righteous. Is that right, Tazaryach? All the words I speak out my mouth are righteous?
I'm gonna look it up for you and then just confirm. You said it was Proverbs 8:8.
Yeah, I think it was Proverbs 8:8. I'm not really sure that people can check me, but it was.
Yeah, I'll search it up.
Yeah, it was saying all words. Basically, what the girl is saying is all words I speak out my mouth are righteous. And as it said that, I just started tearing up.
Yeah, that is it. Proverbs.
I just kept tearing up, and I was listening to it over and over, and I was tearing up. And I said, I try my best to say as much stuff out of my mouth that can edify someone, or that they can never come back and say, well, that was a lie. And then I kept thinking, well, is it because this chick is singing like that that's making me feel like that because I grew up in the church? Or is it because I was lying earlier today to somebody and I should have been telling the truth? So a lot of what's going on with a religion is people catch you. It's almost like pimping and catching a whore at the right time, or spitting game at a woman and catching her at the right time, or calling old people on the phone and scamming them out their credit card. Captain Tazaryach, you are a religious man. How do you feel about my portrayal or characterization of religion?
I think it's actually an accurate character. It's accurate, but not. You said what?
I thought you were going to be offended.
No, it's hard to offend me sometimes, but unless you start. Well, I'm trying to be. I'm starting off nice. I just started talking. I don't want to start no trouble yet. But I don't consider myself religious either, because religion subjugates you to the fathers of that religion. So if you say you're Christian, you're subjugated to the fathers of Christianity. Same thing with Islam. Same thing with all of them. But what you're saying is, like, if you take the Christian church, for example, the Christian church, if you take the music, they know what chords to play to make you cry. They know what chords to play to make you get. You ever get them goosebumps?
Mm-hmm.
You be in the church, but then I went to Summer Jam. I got the same goosebumps at Summer Jam.
I ain't never.
So I'm like, okay, this can't be a church, because I was in church and Charlie May singing and I'm feeling goosebumps, and then I go to Summer Jam. So it's just a pull on emotions, and they know how to pull on the emotions of how you feel. They know how to speak. It's very easy to speak to downtrodden people because they downtrodden. And so you start saying a miracle is going to happen today. Everybody need a miracle. So it ain't, you be thinking that he's talking to you, but really he's giving a message that reflects everybody that's going through something.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the religious part is like when the sister was saying that you can't ask questions. That's religion. It subjugates you. Like you can't question, like you can't ask no question about it. And if you ask a question about it, it's wrong. Look, what I love about being an Israelite is you can ask whatever question you want. You see how Tommy, you said you thought I was going to be offended. Get offended for what? Because you asked a question? If what I believe in is true, there's no reason for me to get offended at all. I should just be able to explain it.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's a similar thing too to what I think a lot of us experience, especially in the black church, black religion, is you don't you question what you asking questions for. And like Cap said, that's the, if you really believe in this, you got feedback.
Yeah, somebody echoing. Is
I
that
think
you,
it's
Cap?
is it me?
I think it's
You
yeah.
think it might be? Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, mute yourself and see what happened.
I just muted.
Check. Yeah, so like Cap says though, if it's true and you really believe that it's true, the way you prove things to be true is you test it by fire. Even in the Bible, they say that Shadrach, Meshach, and that Billy Goat, right? For the longest,
That man said that Billy Goat. I'm not gonna let you be blasphemous like that.
That's what we, bro. People were actually saying that shit. It's Abednego. I know. Once you learn better, you actually read it. It's Abednego, but niggas was calling it a Billy Goat the whole time.
Billy
Like,
Goat.
damn, that's a strong ass goat. But anyway, nah, man. Yeah, I think
You might want to check if you check the settings.
It's still an echo.
echo cancellation. Click it and unclick
Yeah,
it.
just go in there and put it on that echo cancellation.
Yeah, that's what I did. So all right.
Oh,
so
click it, unclick it.
I
Check,
just
check,
clicked
check,
it again.
check,
What about
check,
now?
check.
Test it.
It's good now. Check. Nah, a little bit of feedback. I think. No, it's good now. Good now. Yeah.
Is you sure? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, man, that whole thing, understanding just how impactful religion is, and getting back to the point of where the music part, right? They did a test with plants to where they experience or they expose certain plants to like classical music and things, then they expose certain plants to like hard rock. The ones that were exposed to the classical music, they grew more, they whatever. So there's actually things about the vibrations and things like Kat was saying, to where certain chords and certain things ignite certain emotions, and they give a certain feel or a certain vibe. So it ain't no secret as to why they allowed the rainbow dudes, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
to be
They are all the choir directors.
yeah, the
Every
leaders of
choir
the
director is borderline. If they ain't homosexual, they teetering on the.
Okay, y'all got to tell me what that's about then. Why is it that the gay dudes got like an ear for?
I think it's.
What make your dick jump, or what's happening?
Whoa, brother.
Oh, hey, yo.
Ain't no
You shut up. You said Billy Goat.
Hey, I'm saying what people in Georgia were saying when I was a kid.
I don't know if it's the flamboyancy of it, because I used to wonder the same thing, like why is like the choir director, but I think it's the centering that comes with it. And I think that's what gay men want, is to be centered. And there's nothing more centering than being the director of the music, controlling the ensemble. And I think that plays a part as to why you see them all in that role. On a subject, since we talk about religion, there's nothing more subjective than what we saw with that Winings pastor. I don't know if y'all saw that video where like that Winings pastor is on the pulpit and he's asking for $1,000 plus one. Now the sister come up there and it's so this what I mean. Like our people are, when Hosea 4:6 say our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And that sister came up there with her hard-earned $1,000 and an extra $200. And that pastor said the extra one was supposed to be another 1,000. So she 800 short. Now he not even appreciating her $1,200.
Crazy.
In front of everybody. He said, that's not what I asked. And here's the extortion part. The church laughed at it. The church there was no sadness. There was no, how dare you, pastor? This person is giving you her hard-earned money that you did nothing to earn it except speak and say, I need it. Hustle them. And we believe that giving the pastor money somehow makes us rich somewhere.
All right. Hold on one second. I would love to play Beelzebub's advocate while I welcome in Uncle Jeff and kids. I want to advocate for Beelzebub. I'm gonna stand in. I mean, he's sitting there. I'm gonna stand up, and I'd like to tell the court, what if he is trying to say, "Hey, look, I told you $2,000 You didn't bring 2. Go sit down. Because you think about, my granddad used to tell me, if I loaned you $200, don't you bring me $20 back. You bring me the $200 I gave you, and until you get the $200, don't bring it back. What if the pastor was trying to teach a lesson, saying, why would you bring me less than what I told you to bring?
Did he give the $1,200 back?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because if he no, because listen, he would be that would be an excellent statement if he said, that's not what I asked. Here's the $1,200 back.
Look at you, Cap.
Yeah,
I'm playing Beelzebub, but I thought the same thing.
Right.
I thought the same thing. I said, if he gave it back to her, I'd have respected it.
That would have been. Then he would have said, that's not what I asked. Here's your money back. She would have said, I'm gonna work on that. He's not robbing her.
Or if he would have loaned it to her, if the pastor had loaned $2,000 to her.
No, sir. You don't loan hoes money. Next person.
Okay, I ain't trying to start no fights on here, but peace to the panel. What's up, Tommy? But Tazaryach, bro. Tazaryach. My bad. No, he right. You know what I mean?
Hey, Tommy, I got that same. You lucky mine is put up. I got that same glove.
Is it metal like mine?
It's not metal though.
This is
yeah, mine was gifted to me for me disappearing a lot of niggas.
I was about to say, mine actually makes people disappear.
That's Snoop.
You're gonna make me get my belt. You're gonna make me get my belt. That's the only comeback I got, Tommy. You're gonna make me get my belt I got over here. I still got it right there.
I gotta pick this. I got this problem with the both of you because you two just sat here and smoothed out his pimping.
What happened?
I can't believe you two just sat here and just smoothed his pimping out.
So are you saying that we were wrong for validating it?
No, I'm saying that is the pimpest move in the world because now you got everybody on your side.
So you can feel it then. So you don't mind standing up and being on our panel and helping us advocate for Beelzebub.
Oh, bro, look here. Let me tell you something. There is no love lost in my heart for the American black preacher. Not at all. Not at all. The way that they have led our people astray, brother. Here, I'm gonna go on and steal from Dr. Umar Johnson real quick.
That's okay. He's still from everybody else.
Thank you. I laid it up there. There's a video of him talking about how the millions of dollars every Sunday that come out of black churches go into white banks, and the white banks use the money to gentrify the hood. So the cycle is that Big Mama helped put herself out because or most of those big black churches put their money in big white banks. So you are basically financing your own gentrification and can't be told shit because pastor got the building fund.
The location of the money ain't as important as what they do with the money.
Sure.
So like everybody's money is in somebody's bank. But I think it's when they give that money, the biggest problem is on the pastors because they're supposed to actually feed the people with said money, and they don't do that. They just feed themselves. So I think that's the biggest problem. So, I mean, it sounds good. I ain't talking about you now because you use the Umar Johnson analogy. So the analogy sounds good that you putting the money in the white bank. And of course, once you say white, black people say, yeah, fuck the white man like that. But nobody's going to say fuck that pastor for when he puts that money in the bank and then he buys his house, he buys his car, he takes care of his family, but he doesn't take care of the people that are giving him the money, the people that are suffering rent because they think if they give this money to the pastor. That's the biggest problem. Like it's very easy to blame the white man and gentrification and stuff like that, but when do we take accountability for our own black man or woman actions? That's the bigger issue, I think. Before we can get to I'll land right here in 10 seconds. There's nobody that I don't have a problem blaming white people for nothing. but I'm never gonna not blame black people if you just correct that one mistake of making sure that money is used in the proper fashion, we wouldn't have to worry about gentrification or where the money is sitting at. That's not the problem.
Okay. For some reason, I think I there's something about my water that you just want to make dry, because this was actually a cosign. This was cheese on your burger. This was not I
don't like cheeseburgers though.
That's the problem. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like cheeseburgers. I actually hate cheeseburgers.
I'm with you on
I
that.
feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like cheese on a burger dries my burger out.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe you're dealing with the wrong burger and the wrong cheese. But then
I
again,
eat a lot of different burgers everywhere.
It's my belief that meat is for when pork chops taste better than playing with your grandkids. But that's
I don't like pork because I don't eat swine.
Any meat, sir, any animal. Anyway, we're going down way down a road where you love making. Anytime I say 3 + 2, you got to make it 6. So 5.
Nope, it's 5. I agree with you. It's 5.
Okay, sure. Exactly. So with that said, in the future, just understand that whatever I say, wait on some Polaroid negative to come from this individual here.
No, actually, remember when I responded, I said, I'm not talking about you because you said Umar Johnson said it. So I was really speaking to what Umar Johnson said about the gentrification. I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, yeah, great. All right, yeah. Well, what else are we talking about?
Well, I will say this. I can feel the part of what you're saying, because I think what he's saying is that's the part. But the part of what they're doing with the full amount of the money is like just straight scamming these people and not putting any of it on them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you put it in the banks, the white people are making the money off of it. And he said saying that helps people feel like Dr. Umar is saying something. But if you look at what Umar is doing, is he's still taking it away from the fact that whether it was in a white bank or not, you took these black people's money just like the church did, and you just didn't put it to use, but you didn't want to say that part of it because you know the fingers would then be pointing at you. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Well, with regard to Umar, and let's get back to me accidentally mispronouncing your name. It has to do with the fact that I personally came up with the 3 types of thinkers I feel that they are. And the best one is the Tazaryach thinker. That's a person
from Marvel?
Yes. Well, actually, from yes, that it comes from there, but it actually is a real thing that is in JPL in Pasadena.
The Blue Stone.
Yes, it's an
actual thing in science. It's space travel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tesseract is an eight-dimensional. Yeah, it's an 8-dimensional representation of a cube. And when you think
you make me want to mess with you a little bit, just so you know.
Okay. Well,
no, go ahead. I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm not gonna do
Okay. Well, I just want to cross the street. These cars keep coming.
You are funny, man.
I'm trying.
Go ahead.
A Tesseract thinker is an individual that will take the wisdom, the intelligence, the history, the lesson from anyone. The shit they can use, they pull that out and they leave the rest. The prejudice about whose money you took, whether you like hoes or not, whether you sleep with men or not, who you did what to who is not important to the information of a Tesseract thinker. Square and cube thinkers make more of that than Tesseract thinkers do. So as one, I don't care who you are. If I can glean something from you, I glean it from you without prejudice, because the thing you have that I can use is more valuable to me than my judgment of whatever you did.
Oh, that was for me?
No, I guess we can talk about that. Yeah,
I didn't want to say nothing because you think I'm picking on you or something like that. And I'm not.
No, that's impossible. I'd have to be beneath you for you to pick on me. That's not possible, is it?
Okay, perfect. Because I didn't think I was speaking against what you were saying. I thought I was just adding to the conversation, but you took it that way. I wasn't speaking against you.
Well, I wasn't just talking about tonight. I was talking about in general.
I don't remember. I don't hold up. Well, just so you know, when the live stream is over, it's over for me.
Sure.
I'm not a woman, so I don't carry that to the next conversation.
Nigga, me too. It's a little red box here. Once I hit this,
well, it's hard for me to believe when you bringing up you bringing up past lives though, and now you're saying me too.
Because, no, I
so
developed.
Me too, or is it?
Well, if you did again, if you're a square or cube thinker, then let me back down a bit, and you're right. If you can think as a Tazaryach thinker, then you can wrap your brain around the concept of setting patterns together. The observation of pattern doesn't imply prejudice either way. It's just an observation of pattern.
I'm trying not to say nothing else. I'm trying not to say nothing else.
Bruh.
Because he's gonna say I'm picking on him. He's gonna say I'm picking on him. You know.
No, I don't. That's not, again, brother. That's not possible. I'm a United States Marine, a boxer, and a second-degree black belt. I don't think you can pick on me in person here or anywhere else. I'm not being picked on, bruh. I'm pointing out the fact that sometimes we have a contrarian relationship.
We don't have no relationship. That's what I'm saying. We just
that's the difference between how we think, because I have a relationship.
Okay, we move forward now. Like
as soon as I'm done with what I'm saying.
Okay, get it off your chest.
Thank you. I'd like to, and I'd like to uninterrupted. That's why you don't talk over me or under me. I have a relationship with every human being on the earth. The ones that I don't know are strangers. We are different. You count relationship in a different way than I do. So I won't use that word as to confuse as we move forward. All I'm saying is that there is an energy between us that I recognize. Does it bother me at all? No, and I'll land it here because there's a little red square at the bottom of this screen that when I click it, everybody but Tommy disappears because none of the rest of y'all niggas really know me like that. So I don't take this personal. Why? This is for good clips. Wait till I make the clip.
Tommy, that Henny White you got right there, that's on point.
You know, I don't like it.
That's almost the only Henny I drink.
It white because it just looks like somebody pissed and sold it to me.
Damn.
But it's delicious though. Ain't it good though?
Hey! You can't say, but it's delicious though. That's that Atlanta way of thinking.
Yeah, I ain't in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's how you niggas think in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That is a man you're fucking, but it's good though.
Hey. You by yourself, partner.
You can't let me say it's best and then you say, but it's good though.
You said it looked like it. You said it looked
and
like
you said, but it's good as if it don't matter.
Delicious.
See?
Well, he got a point, Tommy. That's your piss.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know who's in this. I bought it. I felt bad. I bought piss.
How you like it though?
See?
I'm just asking. No. I'm trying to see, like, do you like? Is this the first time you had it? Is this?
No, you remember you brought it. You
right.
Then you.
Yeah.
You laugh it. I drank it. It's you like all alcohol that tastes like it could run a flux capacitor.
So you just now drinking it?
No, nigga, you didn't leave this big bottle. This is new.
So you bought some ownership?
I was about to say, because I ain't been to Tommy's Crip spot in a couple of months, and I'm like, I know that ain't the same bottle.
No, nigga, you ain't like Jesus just put more in there. What's happening? You know when you left that shit, you ain't about to swallow.
Okay, back up. Did you go and buy some of this piss you complaining about?
Yes, because I like to have things in my house that people drink. Okay, so when he drank it, I have a full bar. Like it is every motherfucking thing. So this was brought to me as I was doing the show. I don't know why they brought me this because I don't drink this. but it brought it, and there's nothing at my reach. And I saw you two guys, and I said, you know what? They're going at it, and I'm going to get drunk. Y'all made me drink piss.
I didn't make you do anything. I'm over here.
You did.
Yeah, I don't know. That ain't gonna stick out. That ain't gonna hold up in the court of law.
Y'all forcing things on people. And speaking of forcing things on people, segue transition. When you see what happened with that man when he was telling them, and it ain't just him. Remember the other one said that he wanted 100. What was 150 million?
No,
not
150.
Yeah, that was Cripple Dollar.
Cripple
Cripple Dollar was like the jet, the private jet.
Yeah, he wanted the jet. I thought it might have been 70. Was it 70? Let me look.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was 100 million. It was something like 60 or 70 million.
Yeah.
You gotta go like 10
my
years.
bad. My bad. It was a reasonable number. What was I thinking? It was a reasonable number. Okay. But think about it. You look at the stuff that religion has allowed people to do. Religion is like a great thing. Like, look at what David Koresh was able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
David Koresh got them niggas to not only let him fuck their wife,
yeah,
but they couldn't fuck their wife no more.
That's diabolical.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to repeat that.
David Koresh told those men, his seed is of the Lord. He said, because he's Jesus, basically. Okay. And that the only person that can fuck in the camp is him. Okay. And he got to pick them niggas' wife, and their wife was glad to be picked.
Okay. Okay.
Don't leave, Jeff. Nobody's gonna do that. No, we're not trying that with you.
See if you're gonna walk on water, nigga. You Jesus. All right. Okay.
Well, I gotta ask you, Jeff, all of y'all, just seriously. The things that religion has been able to get. Somebody said Nature Boy.
Yep.
A lot of those.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about Nature Boy? You know, we actually saved, rescued. There was a sister that was a part of that got caught up with Nature Boy. She was able to escape. He took her son to Costa Rica. You know, my organization, we went and got her son for her. When she did that. Yep. We did a whole story. So, you know, Nature Boy is in jail for, you know, rape, assault, among other charges.
Human trafficking, all that shit.
Abuse. And, you know, he was beating her. She would try to leave. She wouldn't let him leave. She was finally able to leave. She got into our organization, and as she telling us the story, we found out where the son was at, and we went and got her son and brought her son back to the States. Yep.
Yeah, he was fucking them boys too. He's fucking everybody.
Listen, he said he let his son watch him have sex and play with his rod after sex.
Yep.
That's what he said.
On
camera.
People was following this, and people was following this nigga, man. But hey, that's the one
I don't. That's one thing I don't know if I could ever understand. Like, even us talking about that, it can't register in my brain how somebody says I want to follow him with that. Let me get up under him. Like, I don't understand that type of concept.
Yeah. What puts you in line with that thinking?
Right. What puts you in that lane?
There's a bright side to this, nigga. When you go to jail for that kind of shit, ooh, that's a long life in there, bruh. That's a long. You ain't got no friends in there. When I tell you they take turns being ugly to your soul, they ain't playing with you in there for that.
Well, what if he convinced him I never touched a kid? I just fucked a bunch of hoes.
Bruh. It don't fly on the inside. It don't.
Well, because he never got convicted of doing anything to a kid, so they might not have heard that part.
No, bruh. They take your paperwork, bruh. You got
what I'm saying, but he never got convicted of doing anything with any kids. It was just he was pimping and trafficking them women.
Somebody said in my chat that they tried to unalive him already.
Bro,
anything that's S crime related, bro.
Any SA type of crime in prison, they
really
bugged out. Criminals think they justified it being more criminal, as if they needed a reason to be criminal. They don't really need it. They don't really need a reason. What they do? Okay, I'm gonna get him.
He's dealing with the business end of a mop handle, as we speak.
Yeah,
I'm with you, Tazaryach, but they won't listen to us on that one.
Yeah, they won't. Like, they don't need a reason to beat up the
Yeah.
SA man. They gonna beat him up anyway. They just feel more justified because they say, "Well, I had to do that because he was an SA person."
Yeah,
But-
they be killing me. Like, you trying to do this to somebody. You kill 8 grandmamas, but how dare he do? Like,
Right.
I don't like that hierarchy of evil.
Yeah, there is a hierarchy of evil in a jail politics.
Yeah.
And in that politics,
in criminal politics, let's just say it like
yes,
that. Right.
in criminal,
In criminal
which
politics.
actually, to be honest with you, in many aspects, I respect more than the regular shit that's going down. But behind bars, bro, it's on some other shit. That's the best part of this, is that if you ever, and especially once I'm elected emperor, once I'm emperor, we gonna put
I pray that never happens.
them SA people. Yeah, well, I'm getting a following. You might be, you gentlemen might be talking yourselves out of position.
But
Mr. Fantastic is already the director of
Look at Fantastic. Look at Fantastic.
He already the director of Heifer Clockers. We going nationwide with that.
So what's the pay like? What's the pay rate?
Oh,
look, you got another one. Got another one.
Well, whatever equals, and I've always said this, whatever equals a decent lifestyle is what we all gonna have, because we gonna legitimately take care of people. And then the concept of wealth will not come from what you do for the state. It can come from your business. It can come from maybe you
honor that time.
But I don't think that.
Yeah, I would like for you to respond to that. They said, and listen, I just represent Beelzebub. I did not do what he did. I just advocate for him because he needs to, everybody in this courtroom needs an advocate. So Beelzebub needs advocation, and I'm doing that. They asked, if you took her from this lifestyle of this group and brought her to your group.
When Cap say he don't understand, I'm assuming understand how she got caught up in the group. I don't understand that.
And then it ended up in your group as a separate group.
What?
But I wouldn't put us as in the same boat as Nature Boy. We're not on the island. We're not molesting kids. We're not SAing. Yeah, we're not doing the same thing. And I couldn't tell you her mentality at the time to get caught up in that. I don't.
I got you.
I don't know her mentality, but she's trying to get free from that mentality. So for me, I look at it as anybody coming out of any form of life. If someone comes from a gang life, if someone comes from a drug addiction life, and then they come to our school and we correct them, are we not supposed to allow them to join our school so we can?
Oh no, you're right, but I'm about to go down. I'm representing Beelzebub. I'm going now.
Yeah, come on.
I'm about to pick at you. I'm about to pick at you now.
Come on, pick at me. Come
on.
on.
Swear you was one of them Pokemon because I'm about to pick at you.
Yeah, come on. Let me sit up. Let me get ready. You ain't
listen. I want y'all to think about it. I want y'all to I'll just represent Beelzebub. I did not do what he did. But I want y'all to just think about it. What they're saying is, okay, think about it. How does a pimp get a girl who's typically to come and work for him? She was a runaway. She was mistreated by someone else. He then says, oh, they mistreated you. Come join my group. Mm-hmm. How do most people get in the church? They were mistreated by life. Something was bad. They say, come join us. How do most people get in the gang? They say, hey, the world didn't want you. Come get with us. We got your back. How do they even get people in the military? They do that to get people to join the military. Right. They don't go to no nigga that's in an Ivy League school and say, come over here and go fight in Iraq. They know it ain't gonna work. But they will go to somebody who they believe is in a situation and sell them what is considered a better situation. Remember, isn't that how the Taliban recruits? I recruit that way at the club. I go find the ugly bitch ain't nobody talking to. Jeff know what I'm talking about. And I go, I know. I'm a better option than nothing, bitch.
Tommy scrapes the bottom.
Where's the question?
Yes.
But where's the question for me?
Listen, he's asking, is it not trading one devil for another when you take someone out of one group and put them in another?
Okay, so we never First of all, we never took her out of that group. We rescued her son from the group.
Oh,
She came to our school. We're the reverse of everything that you're saying. So we're not trying to find downtrodden or anything. Whether you rich or poor, you can come into our school, and if you abide by the rules, which is the laws of the Bible, and you actually prove yourself, you can join. It's not something where we look at you and we see you all broke down, and then it's a manipulative way. We'll turn you away if you don't want to follow the rule. Let's say if someone comes into the school and they're not following the law. So, like, let's say if they have a drug addiction, they come into the school and they're not giving up the drugs, they can't be in our school. We don't just accept you because you coming into the school or because you have a desire. Let's say if we don't think you man enough, we might say you got to wait. You might sit there as a young man or young sister before you actually join the school. So with this particular sister, we didn't seek her out. She happened to come to our school on her own. So it's not a pimping thing. It's not or anything like that. And that's for anybody. Like if y'all was to come in, like Tommy, as popular as Tommy is, if Tommy was to come into our school, we wouldn't say, "Oh, let's make sure we get Tommy." Tommy would have to abide by our rules, and if he doesn't, then he couldn't join the school either. So it's not about taking advantage of anybody, because we believe that if we take advantage of you, we would be punished by the Most High. So it's different for us.
and these ain't my thoughts. I just asked questions so y'all can answer to get other
You
people
only
clear.
can do this, right? Good.
I am just Beelzebub's consigliere.
Okay. Well, here, you take this back to him. Tell him that Jeff said that this man sound like to me, he and other people are setting a standard that has no respect of persons, that has this is what I mean when a man leaves a house that so many women miss, is that if you have a higher power that you answer to, you are the steward of that house to see to it that everybody falls in line with that, to include you. It ain't about me. It ain't about me bossing you niggas around. We have a standard over here. And what it is that standards give most niggas hives. It's a standard. The book says this, we do that. Your ass do that, or there's a whole bunch of road. I don't see the issue with it.
And if I could add one more before,
hold on a second.
Wait,
hold on.
What did he say?
Beelzebub told me to ask.
You killed me.
It's not me. He's just wondering. Isn't that technically like how Malcolm got into it with his people? Didn't they bring him in, set rules, but then he realized that a lot of the rules that they were setting, they weren't following. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people when they come into almost all these organizations. They realize that the people who started the organization that got everybody in it, they're not doing it. When you saw with the Republicans, they were telling you anti-gay bills and everything. Then you found out all the guys that were voting for the anti-gay bill were gay.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, and again, Beelzebub is just telling me to ask. I'm just saying, I'm with you, Jeff, that there needs to be standards. But also it seems like a lot of times those things are for thee, not for me. And they get these people in because these people need structure. One of the great things about the Boys and Girls Club of America is what? Most of these wayward kids go there and get structure.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And then what happens? They get dick.
Yep.
No, but,
right, I don't know if I okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but see, I agree with you with that, and that's why I love my school, because we like, if you use the Boys and Girls Club analogy, that's like most of the kids are coming from a broken home, and like you said, they don't have no structure, and then like you said, it's about sex or money or something like that. And our organization is not about that. I've been a brother to that sister since I've been allowed to meet her. I've done nothing with her. Other brothers and sisters come in from all different walks of life. It ain't got to be like a bad situation. It could be any situation. And you come in there and you witnessed it yourself. Like all of them brothers that you saw, we don't know each other without that school. There's, none of us know each other. We met each other through being in that school and then just creating a brotherhood and sisterhood that goes beyond being taken advantage of. And I think that's what needs to be more prevalent. If we had more of that, like especially in the church, like we're the minority, like ISBK, we're the minority in what we're talking about. The church would be the majority, followed by the Muslims would be the second majority. What I mean by popularity. But because they do so much manipulation, everybody walks out of the church. But they still want something that they can find some type of structure. That's why even Melanie said she's spiritual. She ain't in religious, but she's spiritual because we all desire to have some type of spiritual connection. We just don't want to be taken advantage of. The only thing I'll say with Malcolm is Malcolm was kind of a piece of shit too because he only had an issue when he was told to shut up. He didn't have an issue before he was told to shut up. So he didn't have an issue with any of them rules until they said you can't speak for a time. Then he had an issue with the rules.
And that's why I try to have these discussions because I love what you said at the beginning. And see, and y'all got to see, Cap is a man of his word. He let me question. He ain't had a problem. I'm big on this. If somebody won't let you ask questions about either an organization they got, hell, if a nigga won't let you ask questions before you come to his house, why would you go?
Right.
Why would you join anything or be around anybody that don't want you to feel secure before you get into it?
Right.
And you will only feel secure if you ask those the questions you know, and sometimes even the questions you don't know. You ever talked and just realized there were more questions you had as you talk?
Right. That's usually how it happens because you ever get choked. Anybody got questions? It'd be hard to think of a question, but then when you start talking, you start getting flooded with questions. And so you got to, for the person that's hearing the questions, you got to be prepared. If you in that position, if you say you're the person for this job, if you say you're the person for this position, and then they start asking you questions, you can't say, "Oh, that's enough questions." You got to be prepared to answer the questions.
It's like a job interview, or you before you go to a job, you want to know what's going to be beneficial to me working here. If I'm going to come here 9 to 5 every day, and sacrifice my time to get here, and the job also wants to know that from you too. Like, what do you have to bring here if you want us to give us your money? So that's very fair.
Well,
what's funny about that? I interview people for a living in IT, and the one thing that I took what made it easier for me to hire people was people who felt so much about who they were that it wasn't that I was interviewing them. They came to interview me too. Because if you are a skilled individual, aren't you supposed to be looking at me as I'm not going to waste my time with you? If you say something that I don't like, I'm not going to call you. Right. Have you done that, Jeff? Because you deal with people in high places, especially pitching shows and things. Have you been able to say, no, I'm gonna see if you're right for my product?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't. Oftentimes, depending upon the genre of what you're trying to produce, you need producers that produce that. A crime drama is not a comedy, it's not a documentary, and it's all different. While I got the rock, bro, I really want to compliment the way we are speaking about I don't even want to call it religion, communal relationship with the Most High, because what you are talking about is the first generation to break the yoke of coming to God because you're afraid not to.
Ooh.
What we are talking about is a conscious choice to fellowship with the Most High without being bullshitting.
Or using the fear of you can't make it here.
Right.
Manipulate you to get into something like, yo, you're going to go to hell if you don't go follow
Thank
the
you.
doctor.
Tell me if your mama or your grandmama or your aunties them talked about the Lord like that. Nigga, you was going to church on Sunday, so you didn't go to hell if you died.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot of those groups. That's how a lot of those groups get you. Especially back in the whole conscious timeline. Back in that time, I think it was like 2010, 2013 or whatever. It's supposed to be, they called that the year of the, I forgot what year they called that year. Something the age of information at that time. That's how a lot of those groups came along. And it was always some spiritual person that knew more about God than you. And they used the fear of, yo, I know this, and you're going to go to hell if you don't follow that.
Right.
And then come to find out, it's similar to what Nature Boy situation.
Or like polite.
I think that I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about Polite. Polite was one of those people back in the time, right? I used to be Morris Science Temple of America, right? So I was in those pro-black spaces. So Brother Polite was one of those faces that at the time he was pushing black woman as God and this and that.
But all of the, I'm not trying to be funny. I still remember when Young Pharaoh said he was going to kick my butt because of the way I was talking about black women, and then he ended up talking about them worse than I did.
Beating them.
Yeah. A lot of those cats, in those pro-black groups, black woman is God. A lot of them, come to find out, a lot of them are hitting the women, or they all. It's like they're all what you call conscious 304s or whatever, and they like it was crazy. That's why
I think that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you got it.
I think that there's a bit of a hustle in everything. I think that whether you're talking about Christianity, whether you're talking about Islam, whatever the religion is, there's some type of hustle, or if you want to call it manipulation, that's going to take place. There's going to be your good eggs and your bad eggs in those same groups. So I think it's a thing to where you make that conscious choice, but you still need to vet out anything that you're going to be a part of. So whether you're going to be, a Christian in the apostolic faith, or you're going to be a Baptist, whatever the case may be, it's going to be good pastors. It's going to be bad pastors. If you're going to be in the Nation of Islam, it's going to be good mosque. It's going to be bad mosque. I mean, I think there's no real way to say
you in Mexico is going to be no mosque.
Exactly. But I think that there has to be just a certain level of consciousness and discernment that we all need to have with anything that we're going to choose to be a part of and subject our families to, because there's some good in just about all of this stuff in one way or the other. You can find the good in it.
Well, I was going to say this. Go ahead, Lyric.
I just wanted to say, I think the biggest, when manipulation comes in, is because people allow the leaders or whatever to superimpose their thoughts and insert their thoughts, and they never go and read it for themselves. So whatever they're giving, because they have deified the person and not the entity in which they're supposed to be in pursuit of, it's easy to manipulate. So once that manipulation starts, they're just like, they forget about the one that they're supposed to be, adoring and seeking after and allowing him to have lordship over them. And they're just like, oh, well, if this person in front of me says it goes. It's just like, the children of Israel when they wanted Saul, and God was like, I'm right here. But, I don't see any difference. People still want that tangible thing. And then once that tangible thing, not only is it pleasing to their eyes, but when it becomes pleasing to their ears and then fulfills whatever they were looking for, that's what they keep on going towards.
So are you saying the children of Israel wanted to play a game? Thank you. You got my joke. Fantastic. Said they wanted Saul. Go ahead.
I think it's just, again, man, women, black women specifically, only want to hear the things that are positive, right? That's why you still got them talking about most educated when that lie's been exposed. I don't know for how long. Still saying it. So as long as you cater to black women, they don't care if it's a predator that's saying it. We've seen this time and time again, and it's truly, truly sad, right? Because no matter when you tell them, hey, that nigga, hey, he not right. That nigga, using what's funny is, or not funny, unfortunate, I think, is that you find that a lot of these apologists and super feminist niggas got history of some type of abuse against women in their background, right? When you really start doing and dig into it. So if I was any woman to where all a nigga was saying was, hey, give her this, give her that. The black woman is God, and she's this important, and so on and so forth. Put you on this pedestal. It's basically for something to set you up on the back end. But yeah, that polite shit was diabolical. Yeah. What's his name? I just said it. Young Pharaoh. I forget. I 10 Rob somewhere now. Some shit now. But that nigga end up fucking with white girls. He said, "Fuck y'all."
What?
Yeah. No. Bro, I covered it. He had a white girl, bro. He had a white old lady. He was at the white old lady sitting next to him.
Pharaoh?
Yes, young Pharaoh. I fucking I can never
Young
forget
Pharaoh with Pharaoh.
Young Pharaoh. I call him Young Pharaoh because you know he got that motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo on his eye. He got that
Nigga, that's hilarious.
You have to get the 5 cards to summon Exodia and shit.
Yeah, hey, you got to get my cap card, nigga.
Y'all got to change his name from Young Pharaoh to Young Ofe.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, he said, "Fuck
You
y'all."
gotta be an old man to get that job.
So he got an old Becky, like an old.
She wasn't old, but he got a white girl though. He definitely had a white girl.
You know that
If he
thing
got a
with
white girl, all he got to do is wait 5 years. Even if she wasn't old when he started, she'll be old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that thing with Polite, because you know, I think it was like back in like 2015 when he got mad because he was called a child molester by one of the brothers. Excuse me, he wasn't called a child molester.
They talking about Brother York.
Yeah, his father. So my brother Katazar, so he tried to son Katazar and say he tried to call me Katazar's daddy. And so Katazar says, okay, that's cool. If you want to call him my spiritual father, that's cool. Your spiritual father is a child molester. And when he said that,
wow.
And when he said that, because he's talking about Malachi York, because that's who Polite came up under. And Malachi York is in jail for child molestation.
Wow.
Polite then tries to fight Katazar. This is on video. This is on video. This is like one of the things I'm famous for. And so in that video, he act like he want to fight, and then so I challenge him and say, "If you want to fight, we're gonna fight." And then he sat his ass down, and then 6 years later, he's in jail for that, or 7 years later, he's in jail for the. And I say that to say now we see why he really got mad. He really got mad because that's probably what he was doing then, and he just got caught when he did it, and he did it to his girlfriend's daughter.
Yeah.
Wow. This is one of the wives he was
who,
with?
Who y'all talking about?
Brother Polite.
Oh, great value, Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Listen, did he get
First off, Polite seemed like he was kind of impolite.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you
and
just
dumb.
look at it,
and dumb.
Yeah,
but he could talk though.
But that's what I'm not understanding. Can someone explain this to me? Why is it that in order to get black folks to follow you, you have
got to
to
be a scammer?
No. You have to floss showing that you're rich. Every one of those pastors will drive a Bentley, show you that they're doing well. The niggas on YouTube will tell y'all they're rich. They got more than you. It's weird, but black people seem to like rap music is a nigga telling you he got more than you.
Tommy,
he got more bitches than you, more money than you.
Because Tommy, you saw that video from back in the day, how to sell to the Negro.
No, what is
it's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
There's an old documentary.
I can send it to you.
There's an old documentary called How to Sell to the Negro.
Yes.
And it talks about, it's basically back in the day when black people were enjoying a certain level of economic growth, they actually put out a video showing white people how to sell to the Negro. And one of the main things is he said in the video, the Negro wants access.
Yeah.
So basically, when you're trying to sell to black people, the only thing you got to do is deny them access or make them feel like they're less than, and then they'll try to prove themselves to you. So whenever you have people saying, I'm rich, I got more than you, they're going to respond to that by, oh, well, no, you don't. It's kind of like when Tory Lanez went to the Gucci store and they was acting racist towards him. So in order to prove him, like, you trying to say I ain't got no money, so he went in there and spent $30,000.
Like an idiot.
Is
what I'm saying?
Is that why a lot of
to prove that he's worthy of something that he feels like he's being denied? Like,
I'm a force
you can't have this. Yeah.
This is a classic example of just, since the dawn of time, Eve was able to be led astray because there wasn't no man around. When you don't have men around, and men that are raised by men, then you have these things happen where you can easily be manipulated. And just with women being in that position, they're easy to manipulate. And then when they have children and their children are raised by men, then those boys will be easily manipulated too, because they will take those traits from which the mother goes by.
Well,
so
that's why.
even when I'll land with this, even when you look at those women that had them 86 or 87 kids by 3 niggas that ain't have shit, how in the fuck does that happen? How can you go and have 86 children between 3 men, to where all these women in a small town who all in some shape or form know each other or know of each other? How do you get 86 kids out of that? It's because there ain't no men around raising these kids.
I refuse to believe that's
why.
true, sir.
That's the reason.
I gotta hear Jeff. This is what we got. Whenever I hear stuff like this, that person gets to jump in first. Go ahead, Jeff.
You mean to tell me that there is a town where 3 niggas got 86 kids in?
Yes.
Memphis,
Tennessee.
In Memphis.
Tennessee.
This is why I don't watch regular
By
television. I don't watch regular shit.
34 different women.
It's a state, but yes.
By 30, look, Uncle Jeff, by 34 different women. That means that each one of those women had multiple kids by them niggas.
It's gonna be a lot of,
and they knew because it was close enough. They knew, but if you think about it, again, my mom knew my dad's wife and said, "I'm gonna take this man." It's a competition between them. So I kind of thought that Jeff was going to go to this place. He was saying he refused to believe it because it just sounds crazy. I thought he was going to say, I kind of disagree with you on this when you said it exists because there's no men. I think that's opposite.
Oh, yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think it's because there's no men, because the men were getting them pregnant. It exists because there's no structure. See, those women are leading. That's why nobody's pulled my mom to the side and said, this is some shit we ain't going to tolerate, and you're not going to be looked at as a regular person in the neighborhood after you just did this.
How about that?
That to me, and again, that's me speaking on my own family, not anybody else's. When you sit there and there are no repercussions for what you do, it is the equivalent of telling a child they can have dessert before dinner. Every child in the neighborhood is going to be eating sugar puffs before they eat asparagus,
right?
Because you let the children rule.
And then it gets to the
And
point.
I think
where
that
you
is,
go- Then it gets to the point. See, this is where it's gotten with Black women. It's gotten to the point where they now never eat asparagus. They never eat the food. They're only eating the junk food.
They make fun of asparagus now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that is because of those men and the denigration of those. Like, that's why I said those men that are raised by men. Men are the ones that put that structure in place. Men are the ones that will shame. Men are the ones that will say, hold on, I don't give a fuck what they doing. You're not going to do that. Women are more so inclined to acquiesce to what is going on. That's your word. To go along with what's going on with the norm. If they see everybody cheering some fuck shit, they'll just start clapping slowly and then like, yeah, and they'll just go along with it. It's men that will say, hold on, that's some bullshit. We're not doing that. Just like when you guys were talking about the church earlier. Why is the church the way that it is? Most of those churches are led by women. You go look at Jamal Bryant Church, there ain't nothing in there but a bunch of women. All of these mega churches that live, black mega churches that live, is a bunch of women in there because they are more inclined to fall in line and to acquiesce to what's going on there, and they just cheer it on no matter what they say. Like Mr. Van Tatten, somebody nigga say he gonna pull out a Uzi, and they're like, yeah, that don't even make sense for you to even applaud something like that. But the fact that this person makes y'all feel good, y'all giving back to him is gonna be, we gonna go along with whatever you say.
Well, that's mob mentality. If all y'all was sitting up here laughing at everything I say, more people would join in. That's why people like watching a movie at a movie theater, because when you watch it at a movie theater, it's funnier. A nigga told you jokes and it was just you and him sitting there, that shit wouldn't be that damn funny.
I don't know if you
But if you go back to the thing about why black people do that particular thing, because black people are natural contrarians. Whatever you think the logical thing is, black people do the opposite of that. Unfortunate. So, like, if you want a bunch of black people to come to any event you have, just say they can't come, and they're gonna show up. Like, you can't tell me I can't come. I'm coming. I'm gonna show up regardless. Like, that's all you gotta do. Tell them they're not allowed to show up, and they're gonna show up in full force.
Well, I need to try that with my girl.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's a what's the name, the entry, right? If you make it high enough and niggas feel like it's prestige or whatever in order to be in the room, that's why you see niggas, you know, like, bro, niggas allowed the club to be this way. Niggas turn the club this way. I mean, clubs have been shut down years ago. As soon as you would have told me, hey, I had to spend $1,000 for a fucking section, and you done turned the liquor fucking 10,000% price and all this other shit, it should have been an immediate boycott for the correction of the market by the people. But because niggas have that mentality and they understand, shout out to AM, how to sell to the Negro, oh, nigga, you can't afford this shit. So now, even crazier, I found out these young niggas was out here having bottle wars where they overpaying for the liquor and
pouring the bottle out.
What? Whoa, what?
Yeah,
you heard what I said.
Yeah.
During
please explain this to me. What?
They niggas were not only buying sections, but ordering bottles of liquor, which is fucking up 500%. You let's say a bottle of fucking Clase Azul, the regular shit. That shit is like $100 some bucks. That shit in some clubs is $1,000 for a bottle, bro. Right? So you buy the bottle just to pour it out to show that you got bread.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing.
But it's not.
Oh, that's.
I don't understand. I don't understand how black people don't like capitalism.
It's worse than that, bro.
We're acting like this is not the same thing. It's not the same thing as the nigga in the hood that got the most Jordans. It's the exact.
But it's even worse than that, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw that Superfly remake. These Negroes was in the club in Atlanta trying to prove that they was the best squad because they was throwing the most money on the floor.
Yep.
Like we made it rain more than anybody. Like what?
It all says the same thing. It's all a desperate run from desperation. I'm not like the rest of them. I'm okay. Niggas need to be envied by other niggas. That's it. You have to want the shit I got. It's not bad enough for me to have it. I need you to want it. So that you know that I'm not fucked up. That's the psychosis.
That's also the reason why dudes that become successful can't leave the hood. Like, what's the point of me having a Lamborghini if I can't go to the project
in front of the niggas
and make sure that the niggas that ain't got shit know that nigga, I got a Lambo.
It's a little deeper mentally, because when even the selling to the Negro, if you think about that time frame, they're being called a Negro. They're being told you're less than nothing. So how do they feel like something? With their material wealth. What they can show off material becomes what makes them, because they're not respected in no other space. Hey, Tommy, I don't know if you frozen or not, if you just paused like that. Damn,
nigga, y'all got me.
You just paused like that. Listen, I thought Tommy's screen was frozen just now.
Nigga, I used to be hell when they would do that.
Yeah, that's how you was just now. I'm like, is something wrong with the screen? But when you look at
he's in shock, Tazaryach.
Yeah, because the reason they want to look good comes from being told you're not shit. When you're told you're not nothing for years and decades, that's why they feel like if I dress this certain way, I could feel good about myself. If I have this car, I could feel good about myself.
Yeah, it's what Billy Ho said on White Men Can't Jump. When he told Sydney, he said, I know you, Sydney, you wanna look good first and win second.
Right, but that's my point. But that's a mentality from slavery and how we were treated that we have not gotten over to where we think material equals success, whereas free people thinks actual power means success. That's
But
why
I
we
gotta ask you
Yeah,
something.
but
Okay, I
wait,
gotta ask.
I gotta disagree with you on that, Cap. I'm gonna tell you why I gotta disagree. Slavery was a while ago. So like for the black folks today, I don't think it's as deep as that. I think it
It's
has
never stopped
become,
though.
I think it may have started that way, but at this point, it's become a traditional thing for black people to do
Because
certain stuff.
It's willful ignorance.
there hasn't been nobody to come and tell them to stop thinking that way. So when
Bullshit.
you're selling
No, that's not true.
when you're
That's not true.
selling to the Negro, I'm not saying that there hasn't been no person that's spoken about it, but there's more people that boast about the cars, the jewelry, the clothes than there is about people that says there's value in you outside of that.
Well,
No, because wait. No, here's the thing, Cap. That's not necessarily true. Because what happens is there's another part of our culture that is a common part of our culture, which is whenever there are black people that try to put black folk on the right track and say, hey, stop doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Black people call them coons and sellouts.
Yeah, you think you white, you want to be white, all these different things on the
I go through that, and I'm not called a coon or a sellout, but I'm called like a crazy nigga and stuff like that. But my point in saying that is that's how black people are today. You can't blame that on us. The parents of that is those that wanted to get out and live materialistic in the 50s, in the 40s, in the 60s.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, I got you. But we're adults now, right? So that's why I say
They
no.
was
You can no
adults then.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't have the information we had then. We didn't have the access to information we have then. You literally can teach and learn and anything about economics and saving and investing and all these things. We got to stop using this fucking excuse about slavery. Anger Man is 10,000% right.
And this is the problem. This is the problem I have. I was interrupted.
Let me rock and I'll throw it back to you. Let me finish and I'm gonna throw it back to you. So the problem is, Tazaryach, is that there are two black men that have over $20 billion in wealth, and they're not household names. Okay, David Stewart and the brother that paid for fucking what's name. See, I'm forgetting right now.
I'm about to say you just proved it.
Robert F. Smith. So Robert F. Smith, I used to always remember his name, but I had to learn David Stewart because David Stewart recently overtook him as the richest black man in the world, right? So the two African American men that maintain more wealth than all fucking NBA players, NFL players, entertainers, rappers combined. Okay, you combine all those people, they're not coming close to those two black men. The problem is what we focus on. Niggas only care about the entertainment. Niggas only want the fun. Niggas only want to support the you know what's whatever. We're purposely not fucking focusing on. Most self-made millionaires don't do it through athletics. I think I just did it, the research earlier this year. I think it's like 100,000 black millionaires, right? At least 100,000, right? Most millionaires we know are self-made. So the problem isn't that, okay, well, you know, everybody's saying it. No, it's that we listening to the wrong people. Rappers are a very, very small fucking percentage, but no one is searching out David Stewart or Robert F. Smith to, you know, that had that stupid ass. What would you pay $250,000 to sit down with Jay-Z? It should have never been Jay-Z. I don't want to fucking talk to Jay-Z. I'm gonna talk to fucking David or Robert F. Smith. Fuck.
But
what do you mean by a household name? I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's not known. So household name is like, you know, celebrity and stuff, right? So let's do the white
common, basically common.
The way white people know who Warren Buffett is.
Yeah, Warren Buffett is nothing but an economist and a successful fucking investor, and that's a household name worldwide. We know that, but white people know that. White people know about Mark Zuckerberg, right? Early, way before Facebook became Meta. White people knew about fucking early Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying, when Tesla, before he became a multi-billionaire. Same thing with what's the nerdiest? Sam Walton. Fucking Microsoft, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. All these people that are incredibly wealthy off of something that's non-sports related, are household names in every other community.
Yeah, if I say Steve Wozniacki, white people know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think when
or the 10 the not excuse me the twins. What's the twins that was on that was
You
went
talking
to
about on
school with
social network?
Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
The Winklevoss twins.
Winklevoss. Yeah, Winklevoss.
The Winklevoss.
Yeah.
The Winklevoss.
Yeah.
But I gotta go back to Tazaryach because they are right there. He was going to rebut that. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what y'all saying about when you say around white people's names and white people know those names, because white people never stop talking about their history, period. They never stop talking about their culture, period. When I just sat here and said part of the problem comes from slavery, the first thing Mr. Fantastic said, you can't talk about slavery. And that's the problem. Because if we're not talking about our history, we're going to forget what put us in that position to feel that materialistic is how we become a man. If you go to black people today, they don't understand why they're so materialistic. You know why they're materialistic? Because that's what their grandfather was. That's what their father was. That's all they see. That's all that's paraded. A lot of people, even when you brought up that video about sell to a Negro, and Tommy didn't know that. A lot of people don't know that sell to a Negro, so they think the materialistic world exists today. And then the minute that I say that comes from slavery, you say I can't use slavery, but I'm looking at 50, 60 years ago, the same mentality that men had back then is the same mentality that men have today.
But here's the
I
problem.
didn't interrupt nobody. Hey, man, hey. I sat and let all y'all talk. And Mr. Fantastic said, let me go, and I'm gonna let you talk. And then he talked, you talk, everybody talk. Thank you. So
my bad. My bad.
Talk. No,
it's my turn. I should have been moderating, but go ahead. Yes.
Thank you.
I was in here arguing. I was arguing on your behalf in the comment section. But go ahead.
So when I say slavery, for example, it's not to like make us be downtrodden, because what y'all are saying, I can make the argument that my organization, I am Captain Tazaryach of ISUPK. It stands for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And we actively go into every black community that we can and build. And the biggest fight we have is from our people. And we talk about our history. We say, okay, how are you going to reverse the drug problem? We have to stop dealing drugs. We got to build communities. I got brothers in Texas right now building farms. I got brothers in Louisiana building farms. We have businesses all throughout this country. But like Mr. Fantastic said, don't nobody know that. Because what comes with being with us is a code of ethics that you can't be wicked against your brother. You can't live a certain way. You can't be a certain way. So because it comes with rules, people don't want to do that. So when y'all say white people know the names of these famous people, it's because they are constantly teaching their people that. Who's out there teaching their people something different would be the question that I would say, because that's the only cure for the problem.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me rebut. So again, no. People don't know who Bill Gates is because fucking white people were slave owners. Captain Tazaryach. That's cap, bro. That's bullshit. That's nonsensical. People know that. What the hell does the internet, creating the internet, creating the iPhone, creating Tesla have to do with slavery? It's not because they know the history of whatever. They know the importance of economics and money and savings. We keep always trying to go back to slavery. Us being not where we should be economically, politically right now has nothing to do with slavery. It's willful ignorance of niggas. Niggas want to know about the latest motherfucking Cardi B album and talk about that all day on fucking the internet. Niggas want to talk about who's beefing with who and whatnot, what have you. But niggas can't tell you what's the fucking top 3 stocks is in the fucking country right now. Niggas don't even know anything. Niggas can't tell you what a Bitcoin is. Don't even have an idea. So my problem is we're failing to catch up to where we need to be as a group of people, period. Knowing your history is important, but me knowing that we were slaves or the white man did this don't got shit to do with what I'm doing today to make myself and all of us better. And I'm done on that.
I think y'all are saying the same thing.
I gotta hold on a second. Let me. He just hit me up. I gotta be Beelzebub's consigliere again. I gotta ask on their behalf, the devil above you, Cap. And you tell me, devil, Mr. Fantastic, is that's what you're saying? I think they're kind of saying the knowledge of this versus this being used as a crutch, because you have a lot of black people who are using that we were slaves as a reason they don't or won't, instead of acknowledge, because you can acknowledge something exists. I can acknowledge my ex cheated on me, but I can't keep saying that while I'm elbowing my current, because now I'm just using it as an excuse to keep elbowing her. And I think that what they're saying is, Cap, that a lot of times black people are using slavery as a reason they don't or won't.
Yeah, what I'm talking about right now. Well, first of all, Mr. Fantastic, when I was saying, I'll try to
going again. Get my head off when I was trying to talk.
Me and Fantastic are having.
Hold on a second. Angry Man, I got them. Hold on 1 second, Angry Man. I got them in the middle because I want them to fight for a minute. But I'm gonna bring you in. I'll bring you in. I got them set up for them to fight.
I'm being a fucking crybaby, man. It's me and him.
It ain't about being no goddamn crybaby. You bite niggas' hands off. You bite niggas' heads off so that you can talk, and then you're talking again, nigga.
Me and him
but they're in the ring. But they're in the ring. They're in the ring.
Are you slow? Are you okay? Me and him are having a back and forth.
I'm 100% okay, my nigga.
And why you can't recognize that me and Fantastic are the ones having
to niggas? You
want to be the one saying it.
When niggas ass fucking slavery bullshit. You want to say, no, everybody shut up because I know what I'm talking about.
I didn't say shut up because I know what I'm talking about. I said shut up because I didn't interrupt nobody, man. What is wrong with this nigga, man? Like, who hurt you? Give this nigga some pussy. This nigga needs some pussy, clearly. You need some pussy, man.
I have a wife in the other room. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
You should go fuck her. Because I was having a conversation with this brother. Can I finish having a conversation with him? Can I finish having a conversation with Fantastic? Can you move to the side and I finish talking to the brother? Get out your
This light skin rage is being brought to you by the family secret body butter.
Participate in the damn conversation.
That nigga about to bust a blood vessel, man.
Every goddamn time.
Come on, man. Look at him, yo.
Hold on a second. Let me finish what I'm saying. Hold on a second. What the fuck?
This nigga about to bust a blood vessel. Get that nigga some pussy.
Oh, that's real cute, my nigga.
That's real
cute. It ain't got shit to do with what I'm saying.
You need to get some pussy.
Goddamn thing to do with what I'm saying.
You had an argument with your woman before you came on. Can I finish talking to Mr. Fantastic? It ain't got shit
to do with what I'm saying,
my nigga. Can I finish talking to Mr. Fantastic now? We didn't have the raise.
So the show is about you and Mr. Fantastic having a conversation.
Moment,
so nobody else can participate in the conversation.
If anybody's having a back and forth,
nobody else can participate in the conversation.
Hey, Tommy, can you let him know when two people are having a back and forth, it's them, so he can hear from you instead of me?
Yeah, I actually have them set up that way. I was gonna let you jump in, but like everybody else was watching them have it out at that because that's where they disagreed, and I wanted them to have it out. Because everybody else
There's only one problem.
It wasn't me, it was Tommy.
I hear you. I was just explaining why I have it. Like even when you see how when you started arguing, I threw you in there, and now you up above him. Maybe you're not looking at it, but that's why I did it.
The only problem is when I'm saying something, I'm trying to keep it short and concise because I know everybody else want to add it to the conversation.
Between me and him, though.
You know what I mean?
You notice nobody else did that? Only you did that?
I don't give a fuck what nobody else did, my nigga. I wouldn't be in the position I'm in if I did what everybody else did.
Yeah, the position you in is under. The position you in is on the bottom, and your woman's on the top.
No, the position I'm in is I'm on the damn top because I'm
not. No, the position you in, you acting like a little bitch right now.
I'm not crying about slavery.
You crying right now. You crying that me and this brother can't have a one-on-one.
Shit don't work on me.
It is. Look at you. You is out of
your body. Hold on. Why are you?
You is out of your body right now.
Wait. Hold on.
Woman shame and shit don't work on me, my nigga.
I don't know, like Cap, I don't understand why you're doing that though.
Why am I doing what?
My blood vessel.
Because you're poking at the man because he's this righteous rage, like your
I'm
Bible
poking at
talk,
the
right?
man
Well,
because
hold on. Kish, you can't say it's righteous rage because I keep explaining that it was between those two.
it was between he's being
Yeah, but
rude
they
to me
kept
and his
cutting in on Angry
conversation,
Man, though.
and you want me? Angry Man is interrupting me and his one-on-one that Tommy set up, and Angry Man is acting like I'm being rude to him when he's being rude to what me and Fantastic is having.
Yeah, but no, Cap.
If they was talking,
no, hold on, but Cap,
if they was talking,
Cap,
I didn't say nothing.
I'm not gonna let you do that. You gonna sit there and call out this nigga's wife and shit?
I didn't call out his
He
wife.
didn't say, hold on, stop. He didn't call out his wife. He didn't know he had one. He didn't call out his wife. He didn't know he had one.
I said he needs some pussy. I didn't call out his wife. He needs something.
Yeah, but come on, bro. That's needed.
Yeah, it's needed.
No,
Yeah.
the only thing I need is the same thing
Only
that black
thing I
men
need
need,
is just to be able to finish
That's the
having
only thing I need.
The only way
thing
you
I
get
need is
respect is if
That's
you
all
give
I
it.
need.
You got to give respect to
all
get
I
it.
need.
You got to give it to get
This
it.
the second time you done bit
You
my head
got
off
to
for
give it to
interjecting.
get it.
This the second time you done barked at me for interjecting,
This
bro.
is every time I'm in the space.
This is the second time,
You got to
bro.
talk to me. I
This
was
is the
talking to
second time.
Fantastic. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to
Fantastic ain't
Fantastic.
the only person on the panel, bro.
It was me and him one-on-one. Are you slow?
I gotta say this, y'all. Somebody
now
said,
slow. Now
hold on.
slow. I want to participate in the conversation.
Hold on, guys. How do I do? I don't know how I would do this. Hold on, guys. First off, the brother said Melon is too fine for this shit, and she is. She should not be. She should not be. She should not have to see this. Second off, here's what I was gonna do. What I was trying to do. I know that a lot of times people like, and I probably don't run it well. A lot of times people like to get their little short things in, but in this instance, because we were all agreeing, I like when there are times when somebody says something and the other person says, well, I don't see it that way. So they were being civil. So I was trying to let Tazaryach and Fantastic have their discussion. I know you wanted to jump in on it, but I wanted them to have it because they were the first ones to say to each other, I don't see it that way. And I really do think it's important to have that slavery aspect argument. Now, I was going to let you jump in it too, because I saw that you disagreed as well. And that's why I tried to set it up and say, I think that what they're saying is that it's being used as a crutch. And then I let him reply because as Mr. Fantastic was like, well, no, I should get to rebut him because I was letting them go back and forth. And then I was going to throw you in there to give your point of why it is you think that this slavery is being overused too. And I was going to give you the exact same time to do exactly what they were doing, but I wanted it to flow like that. It was so he wasn't doing anything wrong to Tazaryach. He actually was just doing what I asked them to do, which is go back and forth on this slavery thing. Because I do think that's an important issue because some people like bringing it up and saying that it matters. And some people say, hey, we need to move past it. I don't want to see how they were going to argue it out.
So does that mean?
So that was it. But I'm gonna bring you right back in it.
Thank you.
But go ahead. Go. You were saying too.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one.
Fantastic guy just spoke, and I was responding to him. So to be a little bit more succinct, when I'm talking about the history from the white people's side, I'm not talking about slavery from their side. I'm talking about how they progressed past it because they faced it. That's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the reason why I talked about slavery is not that I think slavery is an excuse. It's not. We teach against, in my organization, we teach against using slavery as an excuse. We say God is stronger than slavery. So we don't even use my father being a heroin addict as an excuse for me to be addicted to drugs or sell drugs. So I wasn't saying it for that reason. The reason why I was highlighting that is because when you pointed out that video is like 50, let's say maybe 70 years post-slavery, but they still wasn't getting over it. They were still integration, they were still segregation, there was still a lot of fight that they had. And so the only way that they felt that they can be somebody is if they were materialistic. That's the conversation we was having. Like, why are we materialistic? And so the reason why I was pointing out slavery is if you don't get over that mental, I'm nobody, you're always going to think I'm somebody by my materialistic action. So it wasn't using slavery to say, oh, well, they got to be like this because of slavery. That's not the position I was coming from. I was just coming from that being just removed from slavery is why they was materialistic then. And there has been nobody that when we come around, now I'll talk about my organization. I'll end it after here. When my organization comes around and tell us to stop being materialistic, nobody listens to us either. We're the minority. Even the very church that is the number one, I would say, enemy to black people outside of, if you want to say the white man or something like that on this topic, is because what does the church teach? The church teach that gain is godliness. The pastor shows up with the Benz. The pastor shows up with the house. The pastor has the cars. The pastor has the jewelry. So even the pastor that's supposed to be spiritual, what does he use? He used materialism too. So there is nobody actively out there countering our materialistic mind state that our people will respect. And that includes me. Like I can go out there and I teach a lot. I do a lot. My commanding general Hunter, he does a lot. And we are building people and our nation is growing large, but we're still the minority. But if more people listen to people like me, and I'll take it off of my belief for a second. If more people listen to people like me or others that got away from being materialistic, it would be better. But then that's not what you see on the internet, which I would agree with you on that one. Fantastic. On the internet, you see the videos, you see the cars, you see the clothes, you see the basketball players. So we don't have enough people pushing the mind state of getting out of being materialistic. So I don't all the way disagree with you. I just wanted to make that one point.
Go, fantastic. And then I'm gonna bring in you, angry man. Go, fantastic.
Yeah. So again, I think it's important that we look at the time frames but again, I said this like a week ago. I think, or I know, we focus far too much on the past and not enough on the present and the future. Black people are always looking more in the fucking, we're literally driving forward looking in the rearview mirror, right? There's so much innovation out here. There's so many opportunities. There's so many things right now. And you knowing about what white people did to you, or not even you, right? Then it's secondhand like racism and struggle. That's a whole nother thing. Again, it's super duper messed up what happened, but knowing that information literally does not help our kids read better, does not help them do math better. It does not help them with any of the things and issues and problems that we have here currently in the black community that we can fix ourselves. I think that, again, slavery was super duper fucked up. But they don't make no fucking time machines. Until you make a time machine, worried about what the fuck's happening in slavery, don't help you with shit going on motherfucking now. And what I know for a fact is, again, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. By 2053, black people are going to be a permanent underclass. Okay. Dr. Claude Anderson said this. So permanent underclass means pretty much like the majority of, if not the majority of, or substantial portion of black people are going to be impoverished to the level of where you're dependent upon the government, and you as a people cannot motherfucking succeed, you know what I'm saying, without the help and assistance of the government itself. You're going to be dependent. You're going to be fucking just economically washed out. Okay. We're doing way too much stuff in this day and age to where you can literally become a millionaire tomorrow with the right decisions, right? And not no get rich quick schemes, not no hustles, none of that bullshit, so on and so forth. And Tazar, Cap, you're saying one thing that I think is extremely important, no matter where we are on the side of this. We need to start group economics, okay? Right. The Muslims need to work with the Hebrew Israelites. Right. The Hebrew Israelites need to work with the pro-blacks, the 5%ers. Black people as a whole, we need to come together and get over this nigga land of bullshit to where it's out to AM. I got more than you, big bank take little bank bullshit. We're the only people doing that stupid shit, and we're not getting anything from it.
I agree with
Asian people are proof. I'm a land AM so you can get in here. I know you've been waiting. Asian people represent 5% of the population. Asian people out earn white people by a lot. If Asian people have been here a lot shorter time than what we've been here, and they're able to take the same system that we've lived in and put it in their advantage, with us having almost 5 times the amount of people that they have, we should be able to do the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Or 3 times the amount of people they have, we should be able to do the same thing. We got like $1.5 trillion in spending, but we just throwing the money away for the most part, and that's fucked up. I'm done.
Beelzebub was in my ear. He wants Anger Man to talk, but Beelzebub said, and I'm gonna throw it to Anger Man about this part of it though. What if Asian people are just smarter than us? And what if, to Captain's point, Asian people didn't go through the same struggle as blacks and don't have the same roadblocks as blacks have? Go ahead, Anger Man. I'm gonna let you jump in and talk about the slavery part and that, if you don't mind.
No, the first thing I want to talk about is I spoke up about being able to participate in the conversation. That ain't had nothing to do with my personal life or whether or not I need pussy. You dead wrong for that, Cap. Cause I don't jump in your personal life like that. I don't say, oh nigga, you need to go get some pussy or you need to go do da 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 da, all that goofy ass shit. Now that's some nigga shit, straight up and down. And that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem because as black people, we always participating in the same goofy ass shit, the same bullshit. It don't have nothing to do with slavery. Not a damn thing to do with slavery. And it's crazy because we always talking like, we say shit like, well, the reason why we're like that is because of what we went through. And we didn't go through slavery. Not now nigga sitting up here was ever a slave. Not one. And to talk about white people always talking about their history, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, that's not history. That's current. That's current. The difference is in white culture, they look at people that are successful just because they're successful, not because they're a rapper, not because they're an athlete, not because they're definitely not because they're a dope dealer. It's just like with the preachers. We look at black people look at TD Jakes and all of these other super mega church having preachers as if they're some kind of leaders. White people don't look at their preachers as leaders, especially not the ones with big churches. In fact, they look at them like a freaking joke. They don't look at them like that's their leadership. They look at their leadership as being senators, congressmen, the freaking president or whoever that is at the time. Black people focus on slavery for one reason and one reason alone. It gives them the ability to be perpetual victims. And when you look at white people are not running around here talking about the slavery that they went through. They don't talk about that all the time. They're not harping on the Irish aren't harping on their slavery. The freaking Scots ain't harping on their slavery. None of them are harping on their slavery. We're harping on it because we don't know nothing but the struggle, because we're terrified if we don't have the struggle to identify us, we won't have an identity. Well, what's going to be special about us if we don't have the struggle?
Okay.
If we don't have the struggle, what's going to be special about us?
I'd like to interject, and I'm gonna let you go, Anger Man. I'm not a cap, but I just moderated. First off, I appreciate you guys calming down and everybody getting back to where the discussion was. Because the reason I wanted the discussion to go the way it was is because one thing that people seem to like about the way I run the panel is people are typically respectful to each other, and the conversation gets had, and so that's why I was trying to have it that way. Both of y'all, I'm gonna say this as a man, both of y'all was wrong. Both of y'all said something. One said bitch, one said you don't get no pussy. So both of y'all was wrong because the way y'all was going. Now the biggest thing that was wrong was the fact that everybody was just running there was a way that it was going, and I wanted it to go that way. Second off, I do want to point out that there are things that you were saying that are technically not true. Meaning, white people had Billy Graham and they looked up to Billy Graham, and Billy Graham was really big and really rich. White people have Joel Osteen and they look up to Joel Osteen and know Joel Osteen is really rich and really big. The difference is white people have so many of them. It's like when you're talking about pretty dark-skinned women versus pretty light-skinned women. If you ask black folks, name a pretty light-skinned woman, you ask 10 different black folks, they'll have 10 different women that they think is pretty. You ask them a pretty dark-skinned woman, they'll say Lupita Nyong'o. So apparently it's not very many of them if they all keep saying that it's this one. But apparently the other has more. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But Tommy, fair enough. And my bad for my role in the little drama.
You niggas can stop fighting. I wouldn't make some fucking popcorn.
Fair enough, but here's the thing. Billy, the poor white people on the Appalachian Trail are not looking to Billy Joel to bring them to salvation, like to prosperity. They're not looking at him like, yo, you need to lead us to prosperity. They're not asking him to lead a march like Al Sharpton or Billy Joel. You need to go up there and talk to Congress because us poor white folk down here in the Appalachian Trail, we've been in poverty too long. They're not looking for. They may look up to them, but they're not expecting them to be their Jesus.
They don't
Yeah, but I was about to say that's where the argument becomes different, because remember what we were focusing on is why do blacks flash? Why are they flashing?
Okay.
Because niggas like shiny shit.
Because here's the thing. When it comes to what the white people see, you don't see Joel Osteen. He has it, but he doesn't wear it on him. He doesn't wear it on him because he understands. Like, again, a lot of people will tell you if you go to a basketball game, and it is a very good place to go, you get to watch and you'll see the people on the floor. The floor seats, the white guy on the floor seat will own the arena, but he will be dressed in some regular loafers, and probably the only way you can tell is it'd be this watch he'll have on, or be something subtle. So their rich is subtle. Ours is gaudy, and it's gaudy at the wrong time. By the time a white guy gets a 100-foot yacht, he probably could afford that whole port he parked it in. Yeah. By the time a black guy gets a 100-foot yacht, I don't know how big yachts are, so I don't know. Whatever it is, by the time he gets it, he wasted all his money on it. And his proof to the other people is where we were trying to go. Why do we want to show black people? And Captain was saying, well, when you come from nothing, anything that you have, you want to kind of show it to these people to say, I have arrived. And I guess I was going to ask, and I'll go to the Cap because I know you want to respond, but I was going to ask, I think I kind of did it when I had that party for my family this past weekend. I went and took all my cars. I invited them all. I parked all my cars on the front lawn. Did I not? I did.
Just like a nigga.
Tommy, that's about some shit in your family. That was some nigga shit.
Yes, it is. That's what I was saying. So that's why I wanted to go, Angry Man, because technically these niggas are psychoanalyzing me right now. So I was there because I did do it. And Angry Man, I'm just gonna be honest. As y'all were arguing, one of the first things you tried to throw out in the argument was you went there in the discussion. So I know that part of it with me is I want to let a motherfucker know I've arrived. And that is something about me, because I knew I grew up poor, and I kind of knew everybody else that was in my family that was coming to visit my house was poor. So was I I was showing off on them.
But all you
Tommy, let me know what I can say. So go ahead though.
I won't be that.
Go ahead.
I just want to make sure.
Well, Angry Man wanted to say, I will let Angry Man.
I'll go after him real quickly. Just go, Cap.
Well, no, because you wanted to say something directly to what I was saying, because I did bring up your name a few times.
This light-skinned courtesy is being brought to you by the Family Secret Chat.
First he wanted the light-skinned war. Now he mad at the light-skinned courtesy.
Because I think right now I'm looking at it, Angry Man now know where I'm coming from, I think, right?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but it's a catch-22. It's look, this is the messed up part about this. The messed up part about this is as a black man, you can't win for losing. Okay, so if you become successful, right, anything you do that shows your success is going to be some ignorant nigga shit. But if you don't show it, you a broke ass nigga. As opposed to white men, where if a white guy has a drive around in a dirty Prius, it means he's frugal and he's good with his money. If you ride around in the dirty Prius, you're a broke ass nigga. If the white man has a Mercedes Benz, he's successful and he invested his money well. If you got a Mercedes Benz, you an ignorant ass rap nigga that spent all your money on a car.
Oh, you dealt dope.
shit.
Well, I'm about to say they say I'm balling when I pull up in my Corvette. I don't get ignorant.
So I think the only thing I'll say, nobody can navigate disrespect. Nobody can control disrespect. So if we want to be concerned about what's said to us, we got to think about what we say to everybody else. But on this subject, that is my point. Bringing up slavery is just how, like, there's a good book I would suggest y'all read. It's called The Black Image and the White Mind. It's a book written by George Frederickson. It's a 100-year study of Black people. And in that 100-year study of Black people, they talk about the different things, and they say how slavery is the parent of the vices that Black people suffer. That's exactly what they say. The drug addiction, being less than an animal, the savagery. They've studied us. So the same way that they've studied us, we have to study us. What Tommy's talking about with putting them cars in front of there is something that we, and this is all of us included, so I don't want nobody to be offended. If you feel you have to show your materialism, maybe there's something in you that you still struggle with that you haven't gotten over, because if we can point out the rich men that can come out and just with some shoes and socks and regular clothes and they just got the watch on their hand, then obviously they've come to a point where they're comfortable in their manhood, they're comfortable in their mental, where they're not concerned with peer pressure. They're not concerned with what other people think of them. We haven't gotten to that space because there hasn't been nobody to put that in our mental. And so that's the space. Like, if you want to feel comfortable, like, you can go outside. Like, if I go outside in my Israelite garment, I'm comfortable, even though I'm gonna be called a Power Ranger, I'm gonna be called show enough, I'm gonna be made fun of.
Oh yeah, you can get that one.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get
Y'all
all
look like
those-
out of work blizzards in the heat.
Yeah, well, you go get that one.
I'm gonna get all of that.
Y'all
And
look
what I
like a
always
medieval
tell 'em-
time strike.
And what I always tell them, when you call me a Power Ranger or show, you calling me a superhero, so it don't really bother me like that. But now,
I love God, but not enough to dress up like Mickey Mouse with the purple thing on.
It's not Mickey Mouse though. It's not that bad.
No, I'm talking about the one Mickey Mouse got, the purple thing.
Yeah, well, we don't wear
nigga.
purple. Yeah, you talk about a different group.
Well, y'all look like a Earth, Wind, and Fire couple.
If you think about it, though, but if you think about it, they've gotten to a space where they're not concerned with what the masses think of them, which is the point of, which is the solution to the problem. Until we can put into our minds and believe, well, more than put into it, has to be a belief. Like, we have to believe that we can change the people. Like, I had to believe that back in 2010, as I become an Israelite, can I affect change in my people? And I believe that. And so I went out and established schools in New Jersey, New York, Boston, all the way in California, to where our school is grown because of that belief, because I believe that I can instill that. And if we had more of that, we would have less materialistic thought process and a better, stronger mentality, to where Tommy can have his family come over and he only pull out one car, or he don't pull out no car.
Oh no, that nigga ain't gonna do that.
You know what's funny about that? Well, I'm gonna let you get in, Brian. But you know what's funny about that is I normally don't pull out. But the thing is, the thing is,
I don't pull out either, Tommy Salaki.
That was
this not pull out moment is being brought to you by the Family Secret.
Hey, let me go get my body butters, man. I'm about to go get my body butters too, man.
Hey, go.
Yeah, that's Captain Tazaryach. I'm Captain Cream Pie.
But I will say this. That's the part I was trying to get to, Cap. And I think that's more of where Angry Man and Mr. Fantastic wanted to go, because it ain't really slavery. It's a lot of us having these feelings of, I was made to feel less than, so when I get it, I'm gonna make you feel like I made. It don't have nothing to do with slavery. It has something to do with what we call made it. And what we call made it is the wrong thing. Absolutely. When you said that those people know about this guy in Buffett and things like that, their idea of made it isn't Christian McCaffrey. They like watching Christian McCaffrey. He's fun to cheer for.
Right.
But they don't sit up there and say, hey, I want my kids to just be that. There are many of them. Like, I thought it was funny. I was looking at Shanahan. I said, I bet Mike Shanahan never grew up wanting to play fucking
football.
He probably really was coaching that shit as a kid. He probably was drawing up plays because he saw his dad. Or they got Ed Hockley's son is a ref now. And I remember sitting up there thinking, I wonder if his son doing the playground when they was in elementary school, if his ass was like, no, I'm going to sit up there and ref.
You're damn right. You know why?
Yes.
You're damn right. Because it's the same. It's no different than a white father raising his white son to race horses. It's no different. I don't have to get out on the
field. But the thing, my bad. Go ahead.
I know, my man Brian has not spoken, and he's been very patient. I know I lied to you 20 minutes ago and said I was going to let you go. I meant I was going to cut you off, but go ahead.
I think that and you guys let me know what you guys think about this. My belief is that what Mr. Fantastic was saying and what Tazaryach is saying, I think you're both right to a degree. I think the problem that we have is we don't attack culture. Culture is our problem today. When you look at all of these different races, they all got their fuck shit. You got white folks that know what's going on and got their shit together, but then you also have trailer park trash. It's the same thing. So we all have, you got your Hispanics and you got your cholos, you got your gangbangers and all of that shit. The problem that we have for us is we don't attack our culture. Our culture, the way we think. What is that? Thoughts, words. Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions become habits. Habits become character. Yeah, that's our culture. The way that we think and the shit that we do today, culture is our problem. It took fucking the people that was with Noah 40 goddamn years to get their culture right. To where they had to walk around in the wilderness for 40 years because they were so fucked up. It took that long to correct that culture. So we have to look at it from a different perspective of it not just being just slavery. It's not just being we know better. Hell yeah, we know better. But like Tommy said, I gotta pull my cars out and put them in the front lawn so I can show you niggas what the fuck time it is. I got to drive a Cadillac because my daddy drove a Cadillac. That's culture. When you look at crane operators, fun fact, most crane operators are descendants of crane operators. Crane operator, my daddy was a crane operator. His granddaddy, my great-granddaddy was a crane operator. That's culture. So like Tommy was saying, hell yeah, Ed Hockley's son was like, fuck playing this game. I'm calling this game. And probably had on a black and white shirt and had on his daddy's hat and one of his old daddy's whistles, blowing that motherfucker like, hey, let's go, line up. Come on here, he go to coin toss. He go my daddy's coin from the 84 Super Bowl. Yes, because that's what they saw their fathers do. That's what they saw their parents do. So that's why they mimic that behavior. I wanted to be a police officer because my daddy was. Fuck you talking about? My brother was a police officer because my daddy was. That's just what it is. So you do have those moments where people, I'm almost done. You do have those things where people can be those outliers where you will get those people that will go off on their own and do their own thing, like the fucking black dude that created the fucking Super Soaker. Yes, but the majority of our problems, that the crux of what we're doing on a day-to-day, when you're talking about niggas, it all comes down to culture. And until we start attacking that specifically, all of us, we're not going to change because we're going to have those little smaller sects like we have now about successful black people that got their shit together, but we can't fix it as a whole until we say, fuck all this bullshit. Rap music is our problem.
And I love everything you said. I hate your mic. I hate your mic because your mic, they said, was echoing. But I love everything you said. Let me let Angry Man jump in. Angry Man, what do you think about what you heard? Do you think, I know you talk about culture a lot too. Is that kind of where you're going?
Yeah, the problem is culture, but there's nuance to it. Like what we were just talking about. One thing that Cap said that I kind of disagree with. I don't think there's anything wrong with black people being proud about their success. I just think that the way we prioritize it is messed up. You feel what I'm saying? So like with you, it's like, okay, Tommy brought out his cars for everybody to see. But if I'm not mistaken, Tommy, you have investments. You're financially savvy, right? So it's not like you're some ignorant Negro that you know, just spending all your money on bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I think sometimes we want to do like an overcorrection where it's like the J. Cole situation where he walks around looking bummy because he doesn't want to be perceived as being materialistic, right? And the part that I disagree with, Cap, is when you said, well, you got these white men that are successful, they have money, and they might just wear regular clothes and they're not trying to prove anything. Well, the reality is white men in this country haven't had to prove that they were men. They haven't had to prove that they were men the way black men had to prove they were men. They haven't had
Well,
to
then
prove
aren't you going back to what he was saying then about the past?
that part is right. I didn't disagree with everything he said. I didn't disagree with everything he said. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not slavery. That's us in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. That's all through American history.
But it becomes, I just got to say this, but it becomes the same argument you made. You didn't go through that. You didn't go through the 50s.
No, I didn't. I didn't. No, I didn't. However, in this day and age, you will still have black men telling other black men that they ain't shit because you ain't got this or you ain't got that. Or so here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. We continue to do that shit. That's become embedded in our culture as well.
I'm gonna go back to I gotta go to Fantastic. He hadn't spoken in a while.
Wait, he said my name, Tommy.
I know. I'm gonna let you say something.
I need some more popcorn.
No, it's not bad. It's not gonna be bad.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. I was about to say I don't think he has anything bad to say. I just want make it.
This moment of indecision is being brought to you by the Family Secret All Natural Shea Butter.
Yeah. Listen, man.
What
I first want to say is this man just came over to my side. This man just pretty much used all my talking points, saying that he disagreed with me, but didn't said everything that I said. Talk about angry man. Because first of all, the way the white man dress analogy wasn't mine. It was Tommy's. I just used it, repeated it, and then made a comparison. So I never brought up that analogy. That was Tommy. Listening is an art. What the relationship rehab brother said is probably the word that I should have used. And so I'm going to correct the word. Instead of saying history, I should have used culture, because everything that relationship rehab said about culture is what I was talking about with history. As he said, you have the trailer part, but they have a history, they have a culture. When you start talking to black people about culture, it start getting a little fuzzy. And then the angry man's made a point to say they're getting it from this man. That sounds like generational ain't been a man, which is also what I was saying when I was talking about that comes from slavery, because black men ain't felt like a man since that time, which is why that old video of selling to the Negro was to make him feel like a man, materialistic, which is why a man wants to feel like a man, which is what Angry Man said. He wants to feel like a man by what he buys, which is also materialistic. So I would just like to point out, as I give it back to Mr. Fantastic, you should never interrupt me just to agree with me. I land.
No, you said my name, so I need to respond to that because you left out a whole lot of context. So number one, I never said I completely disagreed with you. What I said was the same thing that Fantastic is saying, that slavery cannot continue to be the crutch for why we don't do this or do that. When we're sitting here talking about, okay, you made the statement that black men basically want to be able to show that they're successful through materialism, right? And like I said, sometimes we do an overcorrection with that, where we start shaming black men whenever they are successful. And I'm not talking about white people doing that. I'm talking about black people doing that to other black people. So the moment you get a new car, somebody black is like, look at this ignorant ass nigga. He probably spent all his money on that car. So sometimes we do an overcorrection when it comes to that. So when you said the thing about white men, or whoever said it, I don't remember if you said it or who said it. Whoever said it, when y'all said the thing about white men have their level of success and they don't show it and they don't do this and they don't do that. There's a lot of shit white men don't do because white men have never had to prove themselves to the society. They've never had to prove themselves to their women. They've never had to prove themselves to their social group. Not in that way, as far as just being a man. Now, if you want to say that ties into slavery, absolutely. But how much of this stuff do we continue to perpetuate that don't have nothing to do with slavery because we're so far removed from slavery? This has become a lot of the things we've done, even if you want to tie it to slavery, it has become part of our culture, similar to how people will, back in the day, we had to eat chitlins. But nowadays, we do it traditionally. And we don't have to.
Hey, this is
Cap. First off, I don't know where we got that obligatory crotch shot from. That was wild, but go ahead.
Yeah, that was crazy.
My camera is a tracking
Glad I
camera.
missed it.
Yeah,
it's going up.
Yeah, it's a tracking camera. So if I go up,
and fuck your big ass TV, nigga.
If I go up and go down, it gets
fuck your big ass TV, nigga. You gonna make me feel bad because I ain't got no big ass TV.
That's what it does.
Yeah, so if I go up and go down, it go up and down.
Can you switch it? Can you switch it till we never see Cap's crotch again, Mo? Does it have one of those?
Yeah,
because we can never.
So if I go over here, if I do like this and I do standard mode and then do like this, you see how it just jump down? It'll stay like right there. It won't move. You
gotta train, like you gotta train to just do this.
Yeah, you gotta train it. That's why I put it in tracking mode, so it know how to ride. I mean, I don't mean ride, but how to move, how to follow.
Right.
Hey,
this never again see Cap's crotch moment is brought to you by Family Secret All Natural Body Butter.
And brought to you by Hit Different.
Hit Different.
Hit Different.
Get you some Hit Different.
That's right.
Okay, so just ask you, Cap.
Yeah, what's up?
The whole idea of what was being said, and I'm going to throw it to Fantastic, but I'm just going to throw this not at you, but I'm just going to say this, and then Fantastic. Right. I love it. That's why I was trying to stop y'all from all that beige rays, because I was like, y'all are kind of, if y'all wait for a second, y'all are saying kind of some of the same thing. And Jeff said it. Jeff said, if y'all go ahead, Jeff. They were sort of saying the same things, right?
Well, one, it flies in the face of what I say about how black people should disagree. The first thing you should look for is the nucleus of where we do agree, the things that we do agree about, and then work your way out to the fringe of what you disagree on, and understand that that filthy froth on the outside is not me or you, but what has been done to us that we are trying to figure out. And the both of you that's the other thing. Ain't nobody in here stupid.
Yeah, but
points. So there's a chance. Hold on, angry man. You know that thing you don't like? It's happening. There's a good chance. There's a good chance that because you're both smart, you're both right. This shit is so fucked up, it doesn't have one head to chop off. There's a gang of shit. Something I was gonna say, I'll say this and then I'll land the plane on some real shit that black people need to get over. Brother Cap sells body butter. I sell body butter.
Body oil too.
And body oils. We are not in competition with one another.
Right.
Buy this brother's products. Buy my products. I tell you who we in competition with, nigga. CVS. Stay your ass out of CVS and give me and Cap some of your money.
This is crazy. I wasn't trying to interrupt you, Jeff.
I wasn't a seller on Etsy, by the way.
Okay.
The beige is intersecting.
Star seller.
Jeff, you know how every now and then you'll throw a little joke in there and everybody laughs? I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I was actually trying to say a little joke real quick, but you fucked up the timing on it.
Did I fuck off your joke?
You ruined the timing on it to go to the angry man's interrupting again. I'm the only nigga that can't interrupt in the show. I'm the only nigga that can't interrupt in the show. Jesus Christ.
Well, it could be how.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
About to bust a blood vessel again.
Yo, kids, do you see this goofy shit?
Yeah, that's it.
You see this goofy shit, right?
One light-skinned nigga is more important than the other light-skinned nigga. It's crazy.
Hey, we try to separate them light-skinned niggas. We can't have no unity between them.
He literally interjected to promote skincare products. That's the most light-skinned shit a nigga can do.
That's right. That's right. Right here.
Welcome to the El DeBarge Theater.
Right.
This is like Shaggy versus Sean Paul.
Both of them.
Oh,
I didn't know he was gonna talk. I didn't know he was gonna talk. I was just doing what Jeff. I was just doing what Jeff was doing. I'm trying to join in.
And for the record, the way Cap just gloated because I agreed with him, I'm never agreeing with that yellow nigga again.
I didn't gloat. That was a check, and you just didn't know no better.
You was gloating, nigga.
It was like checkmate. It was like
that
checkmate.
was not checkmate, bro.
You gotta go back and listen. You're gonna see that was
not checkmate, bro.
Hey guys, that light-skinned thing that you guys did before, it's happening again.
A relationship,
Happening again.
brother, relationship. For you to have that fly-looking mic right there, we shouldn't hear you sound like an echo. You got
it is. Yeah, I don't know why it sound like that, man. It sound like
Hey man, I don't have nobody but a Cecile, so I can buy me a fancier mic. I'm working on that. So just be a little patient and give me some grace.
It just sounds like you are you might be
in a bathtub.
Audition. Yeah, you might be in a bad situation. You might be auditioning for phone booth 3. Black phone, excuse me. You might be auditioning
maybe
black
have
phone.
the mic setting wrong because it don't sound like
it doesn't sound like that.
It don't sound like you got the wrong mic selected.
Yeah, it sounds like you got the wrong mic selected. It sounds
like wait, let me check.
Yeah.
And then
let me check that.
once you get it right, don't ever touch it again.
Yeah, don't touch it no more. They ain't gonna tell you this shit every time you come in here.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it.
But Mr. Fantastic, go ahead. I know you've been champing at the bit. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
No. So to the cultural part, everybody has their bad people. We mentioned the white trash, the cholos, the yakuza, the fucking the bombers, all them shits, whatever. I don't know what the Indians got. The stinking motherfuckers, I don't know.
Oh man.
But anyway, I didn't lie. Listen, but
I'm not gonna let you get my channel. I just got the damn channel, sir.
Oh damn. Oh,
what channel?
I was talking about Indian food.
Got a YouTube channel, nigga.
He was talking about the Cleveland Indians, the baseball team.
He said YouTube channel, nigga.
Yeah, but
it's a week.
Yeah, but that listen, man. Every other group of people, they shame those people and they separate from those people. For some reason, we cling to and we protect our fucking derelicts, bro. That's a problem. It's problematic. I've never seen a group of people campaign so much for niggas in jail and prison and all these different things. When again, when you look at the overall numbers, less than 2% of black people are in prison or jail. What are we talking about? Why do we care? I don't care. Niggas are using this. Oh, well, black people are the most exonerated. Okay, so now let's look at the total exonerations that you niggas keep bragging about. Okay, there's been over 5 million people arrested since fucking 1989, like when they started taking the numbers, and less than 5,000 people have been exonerated. So even if we doubled it, right? How many people are innocent? We keep saying these things are always excused from criminality, bro, and it just gets to me because then it takes away from the fathers you guys were talking about, right? The fucking carpenters, the masons, the electricians, the men that can actually are important, right? The blue collar brothers that keep all this shit running. They never get the fucking focus. We always worried about the motherfucking, when it comes to regular niggas, it's the criminal niggas first, then the brotherfuckers, then finally the straight niggas that's got their life together and doing everything, keep everything going. Okay. And then that's all of that shit is under the celebrity niggas and the the entertainers. So yeah, I agree, but still, even with that, we have to get away from this fucking praise of the fucking worst of the worst of niggas, man. That's just my thing.
Well, I got to go back to you then. I got to go back to you then. We are. It seems like we're agreeing on that. But what are you keep saying? What we need to do? But where in the hell did that come from, though? Like, where patient X was it? Just this nigga that one day just said, "Let me put on all this gold," and everybody was like, "That's what I want to do." Because I mean, and I think I witnessed it. Superfly was big for some reason. Why? Everybody liked the flashy cars. Everybody liked the flashy outfits. Then the 90s came. What happened? It was supposed to be about conscious stuff, but yet niggas got on dookie ropes. Everybody wanted a dookie rope. It is a thing that we like to wear and show. Because again, to go back to what Angry Man said, yeah, I got nice investments, but that wouldn't impress my family. The way my house built, if you look at it from the front, it just looks like a regular Craftsman. Now, my other house, when people saw that, they drive up to that one over in the East Point, they see it's big. This one, you don't see it. It's kind of like a woman who, when she turn around, you see she got a fat ass. That's what the house is like. So I had to start off by saying they don't respect the little things I have. I got family members where they are fathers. They are doing everything that we didn't see. They are there for their kids. They married a woman. Nobody in my family look up to them. I say they nice and everything, but nobody else says it. After they left, I kind of felt like I was rubbing the nose of some of the people who said I wasn't going to be shit just like my daddy. I was rubbing it in their face. I'm not going to lie. That's why I said I don't mind when people say that's some shit that you held up. It is. I wanted to show some of them. I wanted to show so they could talk, because they wouldn't talk about when I graduated from Georgia Tech, no one gave a shit.
That was your talk your shit now, nigga moment.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit. I had to pay for that shit myself. I had to literally sit up there and do all kinds of shit. Some of it I ain't proud of, just to get through school.
It's okay.
They didn't care. They don't bring that up. But they brought up my car. But they brought up my backyard. They brought up my pool.
So your car
So why is that a thing, Mr. Fantastic? Why won't they bring that up? That should matter.
Well, again, I think, can we say where it pinpointed and where it started? No, I can't say where it was, because, like you said, we go back to the 50s and 60s. A college student was a wonderful thing, right? Someone graduating from college was extremely rare, and it was high prestige. At some point in time, though, we changed it to this motherfucking hood nigga killer gorilla mentality, where that's where we want to praise and all these different things. And I think it happened when the father got forced out of the home. So once the father stopped making a decision for the women get to make what's cool. Then the boys adapt to what's going to get them the most pussy. So I think this is where we end up for this being this, because now the women have redefined what manhood is and what the man is, or who they're going to get, you know what I mean, get the best results romantically.
I think it's fantastic.
Go ahead. I'm done.
I think I'm sorry.
Well, the young lady wanted to talk, and I know she hasn't said anything, so she's been very patient.
Enough of you hard leg niggas.
Yeah, I want to hear from something that if it's gonna lead because it bleeds. I want to hear from something.
See, I didn't even go there. That's horrible. You're a horrible man. I have nothing to okay. This horrible fucking moment is being erased by the family secret all done. You nasty son of a bitch. I'm ashamed.
Stop interrupting people, Uncle Jeff.
Go ahead, young lady.
Lyric, did you want to go first? Because you raised your hand before me.
Oh, I did not see that your hand was raised.
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
That's okay.
I've been a derelict of my duties.
It's okay. That's the moment where the sister. Those are the cute moments where sisterhood matters.
I love it.
Go ahead.
But what I want to say is, could our love of, I guess, what you guys call material things, go further back than slavery? Like Egypt, pharaohs, queens. Like, it's always been our stuff. So why don't we go there?
Ooh.
What I was going to say was similar to that. I will want to say that the moral stance was lost. Like, it's no different than, when they were in Exodus and they got somebody to bring them out, bring them to the land that they were supposed to go to, and they wanted to return to what they figured was comfortable. And so it's always us losing a moral stance of things.
Cap them says we're the original Hebrews. One of the things that the Hebrews did when they came out, they said when Moses went up to the mountain,
right?
What did they do? They made the big old gold calf.
Yeah, right.
Hired a DJ.
Yeah, they did. They had hoes shaking ass. They was doing it. That's why he just threw the tablets at him.
I don't know about
y'all niggas ain't shit.
But
come on, man.
That wasn't
they not.
That wasn't a materialistic position. That was actually they was in the wilderness and Moses was gone, and they like when we was in Egypt, we actually had food to eat. We out here eating manna from heaven. So they didn't want to take the travel because they thought it was easy. They was like, Moses is dead. Moses ain't coming back because Moses was up at the mountain. So I wouldn't put that in the same position. But you can see gold teeth. You can see jewels that they wore. Like when you read Song of Solomon, you'll see that the fashion that Melanie was talking about, that is a real thing. I'm not against fashion, but I think what we're talking about is when we're placing fashion more importance than power, than economic wealth, economic growth. I think that's the conversation that we're having. Nobody is saying that you have to buy the cheapest car, the cheapest sneaker. Nobody is saying that. But the priority of Black people is that. And so when you think about when you make that the priority, the means to get that is not always easy. But we look for the easy way out. Hence, you'll have drug dealing to get to that route. You'll have the sports. We've been talking about thinking sports is the route. So we're looking for the fast money. Why? To attain that materialistic, because that's what we feel is the route, as opposed to taking a longer way that might be a little bit more progress. If I was to talk about my business for a second, I remember I didn't have these fancy bottles and labels and stuff. I was drawing. I was like writing. You know what I mean? When I had the business, I was writing. If I was to reverse my camera, I didn't have my setup that I have right here, but I had to believe it. I was selling. I was just grabbing a bunch of oils and shit and just selling. I didn't even think. I thought it would be a side business. I'm a certified wireless network administrator. That's my profession. I dealt with Avaya IP office systems. I used to be the one that programmed the system and say, "Thank you for calling Partners Pharmacy. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time."
Well, now I know who to blame.
Or a company.
Now I know who it was your ass.
I scared of that.
Bullshit ass
system.
Finally.
What? For a company
You
directory.
the one that created that bullshit ass
Star
system.
too, but I could program that. I was nice with it. And so when
you was a land man.
Yeah, so exactly. And so when I started this business, I thought this would just be the side hustle. Now I don't have to work that job. I just have this. But you have to be able to see that as a dream. And we don't see the long-term vision. We look at the short-term goal. When I'm saying we, talk about we as Black people in general. And I think that's the conversation that we're having. Nobody's against y'all just talked about my TV in the background. So I'm not against buying. And Tommy's TV, I think, twice the size of this TV. So I'm not talking about that. But I am saying our priority as a people is to be materialistic first and then culture second, to relationship rehab's point. When it should be reversed. It should be culture first.
I'm gonna let Jeff go, but I got Jeff, I'm gonna pose this to you then. Because y'all seem to be missing that part what I'm asking.
Okay, let me
the white man will have on his shoes, but his shoes will be $500. It'd be more than what you think that the brother bought Jordans. Y'all complaining his was 120, 150, 200. But the white man will have on a pair of Bruno Magli's, some ugly ass shoes, and it'd be $1,000.
Okay.
But you won't notice it because it seems like white things that are expensive just aren't as gaudy.
Okay.
Do you think there's some truth to that part of it or not?
Well, you can't. Well, there's no substitute for taste. I think the best example of that in a movie is the movie Hoodlum, when at Lawrence Fishburne and Andy Garcia are sitting in the back of the truck of the car, and they're talking about Tim Roth, Gus Schultz, and he says the man is worth $3 million. He buys the suits at Wanamaker's. Well, Lawrence Fishburne says, if you don't know, you don't know. There is so much that we don't know about how value is placed. And I think the most important word we need to work on is we. Who the fuck is we? Ladies and gentlemen, I have some horrible news for you. All them green body bags we was looking at 15 years ago, and all them tanks we was wondering where they was going when you see them on the train tracks, well, you finna find out. It's body bags for a lot of these goofy ass niggas because they're not gonna make it. We are the new we. The people who think like you, the people who think like Angry Man, we're the people with the boats. Cap was talking about working on somebody else's boat when he was a land man. Now you know what Cap is talking about? His own fucking boat. Our own boat is brought to you tonight by the Family Secret All Natural Body Butter. Having your own boat. Having your own plan.
Land.
Technical shit.
Sure.
Hey, listen, that's my background. So I like to talk like this. If a motherfucker started talking IT right now, we would have a great show. I would love it. But Angry Man said he wanted to jump back in and talk to what Jeff said. Go ahead.
The first part, right? So what y'all are talking about with white men and the type of clothes they wear, and you're 100% right, Tommy. The clothes they wear tend to cost more than what black people spend. It's just not gaudy products. It doesn't, like, they'll buy the sneakers that's like $2,000, but they look like they're used, right? But it doesn't really matter. And the reason why is because the one thing that we haven't examined as black people is that in America, as far as white culture, they set the tone for what's right in their culture. And we all go along with it. So if it's cool for a white boy, if white dudes think it's cool to walk around in torn jeans and flip-flops and a raggedy shirt, that's what cool is going to be for them. They get to determine it, right? The problem with us is that when we determine what's good for us, we tend to determine some shit that is detrimental to us. Like the white boy wearing the flip-flops and the torn jeans and that doesn't hurt his people. You feel what I'm saying? We'll set the tone for like, oh, I'm gonna make it rain, or I'm gonna do this. I don't think our problem is that we're materialistic per se. I think our biggest problem is the priorities with our money. I think that it's in addition to being materialistic that we waste money on a bunch of other bullshit as well, that we do stupid things with money and we don't invest money and we don't try to create generational wealth as much as we talk about it. We talk about it all day, but we don't really do it.
I got a question to that.
Go ahead.
So is it wrong to flex a little bit? Like, because we talk about having style and swag. So it's like white people tend to flex what they wear, but as Cap was saying earlier, they're kind of confident in themselves, right? Cap is not afraid to flex that this is his fate. So is it wrong for black men, especially, to kind of flex, like Tommy said with the cars, our identity basically? Because
it's not, because if you think about it, what does Jay Leno do? Jay Leno, they'll talk about a black man having a bunch of cars, but then Jay Leno got more than any black man got, but they say, oh, it's cool that Jay has them. But I think, go ahead.
Jay is different. Jay is totally different. Come on. Well, I don't know if you know.
No, I want you to say it.
Yeah, Jay, all of Jay's
moderators to throw things out I might even have answers to.
Cool.
Y'all say it.
Yeah, Jay Leno has some of the most exotic and most rare cars so all of his things are appreciated. It's not for show. So Jay Leno literally got people that are begging him to sell cars, and he won't sell them.
He won't.
Yeah, he won't sell them. So again, I think Jay Leno is totally different than, let's say, a Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd Mayweather has a wonderful car collection, right? But there aren't it isn't appreciating. It's just,
They're all look at me's.
Yeah. So even in that point, right, to where we compare those things, I think it shows a dearth of where we have an understanding of wealth versus flex, right? If you have something that's, you know, valuable, but it accrues more value as time goes on, it's totally different than something that's valuable but depreciates a long time. You buy a 2025 fucking Rolls Royce or Phantom or whatever the fuck, Bugatti, that the rich people even said this. The rich people said, unless you're like a fucking sheik out of, you know, the UAE or some shit, you're a fucking fool to buy a Bugatti. But and I think they clowned one of the rappers that bought like a used one. They clowned them. So again, it's levels to money even within money. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have to get away from this thing of where we conflate wealth with look what I got. You feel what I'm saying? That's not wealth. Is not that. Wealth is, hey, I have it, and my the next generation is gonna have it, and the generations I'm never gonna get to see is gonna have it. And until we actually get the proper assessment of what that is, I think we're gonna be in a little, you know, in a low.
But like with a black man, we'll say,
real quick, Tommy.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to throw it back to you about this. Just say this: with a black man, he'll have a bunch of women or a bunch of babies' mamas, and they'll say, "Well, that made you broke." But a white man will have 5 different wives and pay 5 different alimonies, but they won't bring that up. Go ahead, Kish.
My thing is, so the first part, right, with to Mr. Fantastic, I feel as if like we allowing other people to dictate our how we move it, right? That's one. And the second part, is it possible to have like a balance of both worlds? Like you say, same time you flex something, and at the same time you save something for investment.
Well, yeah. I mean, but to your first point though, we all allow other people to dictate what it is. I mean, that's like what's cool is what's cool determined, like it's like a consensus, and then it's a individualistic and cultural. Like, so what's cool to black people is, you know what I'm saying, different than what's cool to white people. But overall, you know, certain things or everybody think is cool, right? Just like money to us is totally different things, and the definition of it is. So what I think is we don't do that enough when other groups of people have better definitions and have better outcomes. So what we hate to do is say, hey, go ahead, Am.
No, I was just gonna say, but I gotta keep going back to this. There's really nothing that, like, the way everything is structured that white is right. So whatever white people do is always going to be viewed as like a positive thing. And then what we do, there's some things about our culture that's really bad that we should get rid of. But then there's some things that we pathologize. We make it seem like men have always flexed.
That's what I'm saying.
What type of man you are. Men have always bragged about their money in some way, shape, or form. Right. When the white guy pulls up in the Mercedes Benz, you know, and he has the Rolex, he's gonna have a certain type of Rolex, so that you know he the real deal. Like he's gonna have the gold Rolex. He's not gonna have the silver one, right? So it's certain things we do that's different culturally where we flex. And I get what you're saying about Jay Leno. He definitely has cars that's, you know, that's valued at something, but we'll shit on dudes that buy Jordans, and there are some Jordans that are freaking rare that actually are cool. But because it's a black thing, you feel me? And I hate that I'm agreeing with Cap on this shit, because I know he agreeing with this shit.
Yeah,
it's some things that get a negative connotation to it just because it's black. So I gotta recognize that shit.
Hold on. So let me say this, right?
He gloating again.
I just said I appreciate it. That's not a gloat. That's like. I knew you would. It's like
I
that.
gotta
It's
say
not
this, right?
gloating. It's not gloating.
I gotta say this, right? When you go back to Victorian era, there was something called dandy. You had men, and then you go back to the Harlem Renaissance. You had the black dandy, then you had the Caribbean dandy, you had the Haitian dandy, you had the Jamaican dandy. So when you go back to these different eras, it was men, black and European, that wore these fancy, flamboyant kind of clothes, and that was the standard of masculinity. They were
Zoot suits,
right? What people don't know about New York's identity, it's a combination of Southern blacks and Caribbean blacks coming together to create the Harlem Renaissance. In that era, you had these different flex up. You have different, like if you go look at a lot of those costumes they wore, they were flexing their wealth. White men did it too. So that's what I'm saying. Is it possible to bridge the world between, okay, if you look at Italians, how they dress, they were kind of flexible. They were kind of flexible. Look at Cubans. They got their kind of swag. You feel me? So I'm like, is it possible to bridge the world between, okay, I got something for investments and I flex, and then black people just being proud.
It goes back to what Angry Man was saying, which is why I was bringing it up that way. That there are some things that as black people, I think we might lose out on them, and then somebody else eat it because we say, well, the white man don't do that. But sometimes the white man might not be doing it because he can't do it. Maybe you walk different than him. The white dude, I noticed this. When I first got my first, I was on, I think it's 24th, and you can tell me if I'm right about that, Captain. I think it's 24th or 25th, where you can go and buy all that fake ass shit in New York.
Canal Street.
Canal Street.
Yeah, I was up there, and I'm telling you, and I'm not lying. I bought a $50 watch that looked like a Movado.
Yeah.
I wore that watch. Niggas didn't know the difference.
So your arm turned
I
green.
wore that watch to the white man when I was going to the job, and I'm sitting up there, and the white man looks at my watch and says, "Got the same one," and I got that contract because he thought I had the same watch he had. Now, I didn't know how expensive the Movado watches were. I didn't even know that was a knockoff Movado. I just thought that was a nice watch, and I had $50.
Yeah.
And this white man thought it was the same.
No, he didn't. He knew that was some bullshit from Canal Street. He was
he gave me the job. So why you think he gave me the job?
He didn't know.
Hey,
I'm from far away now. If he got close to it and heard it, if he got close to it, I'm about to say, if he got close to it and heard that motherfucker sound like I brought a bomb into the meeting.
Hey, bro, Canal Street. Hey, they got some.
Yeah,
they got some
good swag.
Yeah, they got some good stuff.
Yeah, so from far away, it was this thing that it was a connection, and I think that may be something because when what's his name, the little nigga from Atlanta that was messing with them, messed up everybody, the ugly dude was so deaf. Well, he was talking about yeah, you remember when he did the joke? He talked about how he thought he had a big yacht.
Yeah.
But the guy drove up with a bigger one. Well, that bigger yacht that white man drove, it still was a flex for him. But he said that white man wanted to be on the boat with him because that white man's boat was big but boring. Yeah, it was big but boring.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times we'll think something we don't want, but a lot of white people will start to do it. You remember when they used to make fun of us about wearing our hats backwards and say it was un-American?
Yeah.
Now what are white boys doing?
Run the cat backwards.
Yeah. Well, see,
a lot of that
stuff, all of that stuff is cool. All of that stuff is fine. See, what Kish was talking about, and I gotta say this to be responsible. The thing that's messed up with us is when we're flexing, but we don't got it. Like
I see what you're saying.
When you don't have the money, so what you do is you spin your last to look like you got the money. That's where I feel like we're messed up. That's why I said priorities. You feel me? I don't see nothing wrong with it was kind of niggerish, Tommy. I will say that shit.
Yeah,
but
it was
I
nigger
don't feel, I'm looking at Tommy like, yeah, you put your cars out there, but you're a successful dude. It's not like you rented those cars and set them out there to try to make it look like you had money and was trying to trick everybody into, hey, look at me. Like, no, you actually are successful. You should be able to enjoy your success. You feel what I'm saying? And I definitely get the mentality of you thought I wasn't going to be shit, but I was able to do XYZ, which technically, Cap, that don't got nothing to do with slavery. That just has to do with your current situation where your family might look at you as a black sheep and you want to rub it in their face that you good now.
Yeah, so before y'all get back into the Light Skin Wars Volume 10.
I wasn't even gonna.
We need some dark skin wars. What happened to that?
I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I wasn't even gonna say
See
nothing.
how dark skin dudes instigate?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it is what it is. Listen, but Anger Man, I'm glad you said that. That's the biggest thing. I guess I was leaving out the faking it till you make it shit part, man. That's the worst part, man. Again, if you grinding all week and then you throwing all your money away to ball in the club, or the young niggas now, every elite, especially I'll say since 2020, every young nigga on the 25 got a Scat Pack or a Hellcat, and them shits is like $80,000 cars. I don't nigga, I can't afford that shit. So I know your little young ass can't afford it, right?
It's in your mama name.
Yeah, them niggas living in the car, they eating in the car, they fucking in the car, them niggas giving blood in the car, they doing everything to keep that motherfucking car, but you know what I'm saying? But shit like that. So
strippers with Mercedes. The bitch just been stripping, they'll get a Mercedes, and she barely, like, anytime the fucking light come on, that bitch have to leave it on 285. She can't drive it no more.
Right? A bunch of vice grip marks all on the fender from her uncles working on it.
I know the repo man business is big with that shit.
No, seriously.
No, real shit. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's the whole part of it as to where I know we're totally different. And I'm not saying, of course, I wasn't even talking about white people. I don't think I said white people. If I did, I misspoke. But I was just talking about from a class perspective. Because again, the way if I want to move like anybody, I'm moving like Asians or people from Israel. Okay, the small hats, as they say. You know what I mean? I don't even look at white people anymore as the standard of wealth or so on and so forth. And I mean, motherfucking Elon Musk is an African, so you know what I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying, man. I really look past the whole white thing, and we need to focus more so on the who's doing it the best way, copy that, and adapt.
This is to Miss Fantastic and Angry Man. This is from T Morris. As I gotta disagree with Mr. Fantastic and Angry Man, because we as black men set the trend for clothing. Look at fashion throughout the years. Black men have made it cool to wear Jordan snapback hats, etc. What do you say? What say you two?
Actually, no. That is incorrect. We did not make Jordans cool. Michael Jordan made Jordans cool by winning them damn championships and playing ball the way he played ball. I'm sorry. We brothers can't take credit for that.
Well, no, I disagree. We definitely made it cool because again, you had lines that for it to be as successful as it is, for people to pick it up, pop culture wise. Yeah, not just buy it, but buy it and wear it. Fresh Prince made it cool. Rappers made it cool. Busta Rhymes. I remember it's a couple of shoes I remember distinctly, and one of the shoes that the greatest Jordan of all time, a lot of people like to say, right? Jordan 11. When Busta Rhymes did that fucking woo-ha video with that big ass motherfucking white bubble coat on and that ridiculous ass hat, and he had them Jordan fucking 11s on, bro. Everybody was talking about that shit the next day. What are those? What the fuck?
Why was Busta wearing them?
Because they were Jordans. It was 11. But that's what I'm saying. I understand that, but it's plenty of people that's been along with it, but no one picked up on those shoes. You had Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp had a run. Penny Hardaway had a run. The people is what makes it popular. You can win as much as you want to win, but if you don't.
But every ball player that had a sneaker that was a popular sneaker, them sneakers did the same exact thing that the players did. Jordan kept winning. The Jordan sneaker kept winning. The rest of them niggas, as soon as they started falling off, they sneaker fell off. I'm just saying. Think about it, Fantastic.
Yeah, but this is my wheelhouse. This is my shit. The shoe shit is my shit. So what I know for sure is this: it wasn't that they fell off, is that the pretty much either their run stopped or so on and so forth, right? Because if you want to talk today, whenever pennies come out, everybody's copying pennies. Even the Dion just re-retroed again, right? So when it's out, it's out. The thing and the fact of the matter is that Jordan set the shoe culture, period, and people picked it up and kept it running, and then it went international. So it's not just because Jordan was winning. It was Jordan had one of the best shoes, and he had one of the best sneaker designers ever in Tinker Hatfield. And it was a collaboration. Again, if the people don't wear the shoe, because Angry Man, you know this, where do niggas stop giving a fuck about Jordans? At what number?
Oh, damn. I know the one you talking.
I don't
know.
The 14. The 14. Niggas stop caring after the 14 for the most part. You get some here and there, so on and so forth.
The ones before the 14s, you know the reason why is because the ones before the 14s were better designed. But here's the thing though, right? And this is where like I get what you're saying about Jordan sneaker culture, right? But saying something about Shaq. The reason why Shaq's are like that is because he put them in Walmart. That's the only reason.
Well, that's what I was going there. The reason why I think there's a middle ground here. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Because once something becomes a cultural phenomenon or a name that sticks with something, like people would say, I'm a Xerox something. Xerox became the name of what it was you were doing to copy something, but it was just Xerox. Yeah, so it just became like the name. Jordan, before it was Jordan, there was not a real thing of shoes like that. It was Chuck Taylor's, but there was no phenomena of that like
Dr. J's.
Yeah, like so it was Chuck Taylor's, but Jordan became like a name that old people knew, and it was synonymous with shoe.
Yeah, and nobody
Once
gave
your
a
name
nobody really
becomes
gave a shit
synonymous
about
with
Nike.
something.
Nobody cared about Nike before that.
Think about it. Q-tip. People, y'all be getting Kroger brand and Walmart brand, stick them in your ear. What will somebody tell you if they see you with one and they want one? What will they tell you?
Hand me a Q-tip.
And it ain't. That name is synonymous. So what Jordan became was synonymous, so much so that you could wear, that niggas started wearing a suit. They made it so much of more than what it is. Most people who wear Jordan might not even know who Jordan is. They talked about that. A lot of them young kids know to wear Jordans, don't know Jordan at all.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, definitely. But like it's just so many years, and like I said, now hell, more Asians buy Jordans than anybody in the world. So again, it still, I say, started with us because just like fucking Asians out here motherfucking rapping like Project Pat and breakdancing. Okay. Yeah, so y'all want to take credit away from the niggas. All right, y'all gonna give all the credit for one nigga versus the niggas? No, man. Like I said,
I don't know, Mr. Fantastic. Have you heard Asian R&B?
No, I haven't heard that yet.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Hippity hop, stop. Fantastic.
Rushing it, bro.
Wait a minute. I gotta call flag on the plane.
Wait a minute, Uncle Jeff. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Let me tell you something. When I first heard Japanese R&B, I said black people need to be ashamed of ourselves. They are crushing it, man.
They're doing it with dancehall reggae too.
I was like, hell, they did it with breakdancing though.
I gotta back up to Fantastic, bro. You never went to the Philippines?
Nah, I've never been to the
Philippines. Okay, you didn't go. It's odd to hear like a lot of sailors went to the Philippines that I know.
No, I was the East Coast guy.
You were the sailor?
Okay. No, I'm a Marine. But the Marines are a department of the Navy, the men's department. But the real thing, bro, in the Philippines, you'll close your eyes and hear this band, and you don't know that it ain't Earth, Wind, and Fire. You don't know that it ain't Kool and the Gang.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on. Wait. See, hold on. Yeah, I just remember. Hold on. Y'all know motherfucking the Asians created motherfucking karaoke. Motherfuckers sang every song in perfect English. I know, understand. What do you mean?
Wait, Mr. Fantastic. This is what I'm
No,
saying.
he's saying they real groups.
Wait, no, listen. What I'm saying. No, there are Asians that have songs, right? The songs are in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I can't even understand what they saying, but I'm listening to it and I'm vibing like I can understand what they saying, bro. I'm telling you, go look it up when you get a chance, bro. You're gonna be like, what the
Yeah,
ain't no Asian Luther, goddamn it.
Ain't no Asian R. Kelly, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
No, they
not-
peeing on him over there too. They peeing on him.
Go listen.
You got a whole.
Bro, hey, check this out, Mr. Fantastic. I saw this video, right? Asian dude that like they was out in the street. They had like a freaking a sports car, or whatever. This Asian dude came out with some ramen noodles in the little container, and he had a bottle of Henny, was tatted up, and started spitting, like rapping. I'm talking about spitting pure fire, bro. I'm telling you, go look. You're gonna be like, what the hell? They have jacked the culture, bro.
Yeah, and they have a whole dancehall reggae culture in Japan, Indonesia, China, Korea. They have a whole Korean dancehall. You got Japanese bitches trying to twerk and they ain't got no ass.
Okay, now here's the reverse of that. Tommy,
they have it's a sound system in Japan called Mighty Mouse sound system. They have a whole reggae dancehall. I forgot the name of it, but they're killing it right now.
And then on top of that, they got urban clothing, right? Yep. The same way in the 90s, we had a bunch of urban clothing. Mm-hmm. I was looking at their clothes and stuff. I don't even recognize the labels and stuff, but they got urban clothing that looks very similar to what we had in the 90s, but flyer. Like, I was like, what the hell is going on in Asia?
Japan is heavy on the urban wear. I'm pretty sure they got a Supreme out there. They just had a story about that. They got a Supreme out in, I want to say Japan or China. Pretty sure it's Japan. But the fashion wise, they everything we do, brand they do. Everything we do, the Asians motherfucker.
The flip side of that, Tommy, I have a video up. It is of this young brother who sings this beloved Korean song. You need to see how these people look at him in their
One of the top singers in reggae right now is called Tazaryach Chin. She half Asian, half. That's crazy. They kill it.
Your posters being when you all through my Facebook feed. I deal with a lot of young artists. I listen to music. The sad part of it is, you see these young teenage white boys and Asians killing fusion, killing jazz, killing R&B. Where are our young black musicians? We don't have enough of them.
Got to step our game up.
Well, we got to stop caring about them running the football and the basketball across the courts.
That's our culture.
Well, sis, to push back on that a little bit, my problem is not that they do it. My problem is that they do it wonderfully and we don't own it. And when you talk about us owning sports, it's still preposterous to the fans. That's how you know niggas ain't serious. When you I ask this question a lot. If the NBA was 85% Armenian, with the Chinese on it, until we as long as we watch and play, niggas ain't serious. That's why I don't get scared. That's all we real. So if you got a favorite sports team, you ain't as radical as you think you are.
Man, somebody in the chat room said they're cosplaying. Look. Let me tell you something. For me to hear R&B in another damn language, and I start feeling the vibe the same way I do when I hear old school 90s music being played, that's not cosplaying.
That's innovation.
That's not.
But that's good. That's good music too, though.
Fam, that's not. I was mad. I didn't understand what they were saying. I said, damn, I need to learn Japanese.
But just like you can listen to somebody sing in Spanish and you can hear that and you can get a vibe from it.
Why do people say cosplaying? I hate that word. Are we cosplaying when we wear suit and ties? I mean, seriously, are we cosplaying when we speak English? Are we cosplaying when we go invest in Wall Street? Are we cosplaying? We got to stop using such words. And this is, I think, is the meat of the whole thing. Shouts out to April for buying me a drink. Let me go and take a shot of this. And y'all, I'm going to see if y'all can rock with me for a second. Goes back to what Tazaryach said. He don't care what y'all think about how he dressed. They own it. That's what they do. Guess who else don't care? Jews. You can go downtown LA on what is it, like, and see them walking around, all of them with that little beanie on the back of their head, walking around, some of them with the curls on.
Y'all here came blind.
All black, yeah. Am I lying?
All black with all the money.
I see them.
All the money. They don't care. That is what they do. That's how they are.
But see,
in
Tommy,
America,
that's your problem, though. You that's your problem. You can't keep it real, and you can't stay on code. And until you can do that, we ain't gonna get nowhere. We constantly got to stay on code, and we got to keep it real.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we do too much trying to pigeonhole the group of people that's supposed to be the most diverse in the world. If we're that diverse, why do we pigeonhole ourselves? We go around and tell a black person what you're doing ain't black. And typically the thing that we say to them that's not black is typically the thing that they were saying is detrimental. I'm doing things that make things look bad for everyone else, to make it difficult to do this thing. For as fun as shaking ass is and fucking random bitches is, which I really enjoy both.
That's fair.
No, the fuck it ain't.
He said that's fair.
Well,
you enjoy them shaking ass, goddamn.
Even the shaking of ass.
Yes, I'm enjoying watching, but the thing is,
I'd like to say this about Strange Pussy.
I don't never want strange pussy.
In the words of the late great James Hanna, stand-up comedian, when your wife say, why do you cheat on me? What does she have that I don't have? Another pussy. Do you have another one? If you have one you've been hiding from me, then I'll stop going over there. I wish I could take credit for that joke. That's James Hanna.
Listen, and I love the way, like, it's just a different bitch. I fucked twins once. I hated that.
It's a whole other.
It was the same bitch.
At the same damn time? Like Future?
Yeah, I fucked him at the same time.
It was a bit square.
It was horrible. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't like two different women. They were the same chick.
Yeah, but they just had bad pussy.
Yeah. No, they didn't look different. I like it when one of them dark, one of them light, one of them in shape, one of them thick. Like, like when you go into Baskin Robbins, the best thing about Baskin Robbins is there's so many damn ice creams.
One of them polite, one of them ghetto as fuck.
Right.
But before
one of them willing to help me, the other one willing to send me to jail.
Right.
I'm telling you, the reason a lot of people, the reason
one of them is making
like,
love, the other one is wow.
Yeah, the reason I don't like going to In-N-Out Burger. The one reason I don't like going to In-N-Out Burger, and I know niggas on the West Coast hate to hear this because for some reason they love In-N-Out Burger. When you go to In-N-Out, it's 4 fucking things you can order.
Yeah, that shit overrated as fuck. In-N-Out overrated.
The burger is good.
Big Mac without the fucking extra bun. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, the fries.
Tommy, let me.
Yes, Cap. Them fries are fucking trash. Them fries are disgrace to the fry kingdom.
Yep, the burger's good.
Let me ask Tommy this question. You was bringing up the Jewish guys with the I forgot the yarmulke, right? And the Hasidim, right? So, but let me ask you this: how long have they been wearing that?
Since they've been here.
Well,
forever, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I notice about our culture, right? And this is the goofiest thing about our culture. One, we weaponize our culture against each other.
Yes.
You feel me? So one decade is cool to wear this, but then if wear that in the next decade, everybody want to attack you. You feel what I'm saying? And it's one of those no-win situations because if you're in our age bracket and you wear what we wore when we was younger, we out of style. But if we try to dress like the younger dudes, we just old niggas trying to look young. You feel what I'm saying? We weaponize the culture and there's no win in the situation. Like I heard somebody say recently that the younger generation now said that Air Force Ones is old people shoes.
Yeah, these little niggas like New
okay.
Balances.
White people do that.
Wait
These
a minute.
these little niggas like New Balances now.
Thank you. That's okay.
Old
This is
people
the first.
shoes, bro.
This is the first generation to totally disavow everything
What came
that came
before them.
before them. Everything. And but there's a lot of this we got to take.
Thank you.
Because when I speak to young people, I start with I'm sorry. My generation dropped the ball, and everything that we don't like about you, we did or didn't teach you. Somebody smoked the crack, somebody sold it, somebody went to jail, somebody got shot up. That was us.
Hey,
and
Uncle
because
Jeff.
they saw that shit, they throw it all out, and I think that's a mistake. But go ahead. Yeah.
So you think it's a referendum? You're saying I'll go to you, Anger Man, but he's saying that their response to us is a referendum of how far we failed them, how much we failed them.
Yes,
it's a total rejection
Direct result.
of things they saw that didn't work. Go ahead, Anger Man.
So, Uncle Jeff, we got to disagree there. You know we disagree there. You start off with the young niggas with, I'm sorry. I start off with you little niggas ain't shit.
Sure.
That's what I start off with.
Okay.
I don't, first of all, as a Gen Xer that's right at the cusp of being a millennial, I didn't fail these little niggas. I don't give a shit what nobody say. I didn't do nothing to fail these little niggas. These little niggas is crazy.
Okay, well that's it, and again, that also is a response to take because I'm kind of over there with the niggas that keep when they double down on that road. Well, fuck you too. It's exactly where I'm at with that. But I can't approach all of them that way because when I do, then that means I gotta discount Brother Reza Islam, Brother Ben X. It's a bunch of young cats, Brother Nuri Muhammad, and no, I'm not a member of the nation. I'm just a friend of a great many of them. There are too many young dudes. King Randall. There's too many young cats that's on their shit that you can really relate to. That our tribe. Which again, I won't take that road, Tommy, if you don't want to, but I'm really happy. Nothing could be better for us than the black family being destroyed because it doesn't have anything to do with us.
Well, see, my thing is this, and we've had this conversation before. The reason why I feel the way I feel, I'm not about to take the blame for what the boomers did.
That's fair.
Like I refuse. Like it's hard for Gen X to be held responsible for millennials and Gen Z when we were never in a position to set any type of tone for anything. We were dysfunctional because of the damn boomers.
So with that statement, should women get more grace for their behavior?
Which women?
Absolutely not.
The women that a lot of these panels that are held, we're talking about the behavior of women.
Mm-hmm.
And based off what you're saying,
you're talking about the younger generation of women? No,
well,
the women shouldn't get more grace because it was boomer women that screwed them up.
To what you're saying, to what she's saying, as far as just like because of what happened to them, you're asking like why won't they get more grace? But it's like a analogy Tommy gave a long time ago. It's the quarterback thing. You the quarterback, you running the show, and you've been running the show when you guys did feminism and all of that kind of stuff. So now you have to stick with the ramifications of that. Good, bad, or indifferent, you got to assume responsibility. You don't get no grace.
This is where I agree with Jeff. I'm gonna throw this on you, Jeff, and I'll let you push back. But I'm gonna throw this on. This is why I agree with Jeff. And Jeff, you tell me if I'm wrong on this. I think that a lot of people, because people remember I said this a long time ago. I wasn't none of them motherfucking kids' father or nothing like that. But I still understood that, and I guess because I've seen Fortune 500 company dynamic. Mm-hmm. When you step in that role of you are now the new COO or CEO, you apologize for everything that happened in the company, even though you weren't in leadership when it was happening in the company. Because what it first does is build morale. Because you let those people know that what's happened is we fail you, and you put the we in there because they didn't have they know you have empathy towards them. When you're constantly passing the buck and putting it on someone else, they still view you as a leader in that. So maybe when I came out and said it, and it's a part psychology, I came out and said, we failed you because I said, well, what was being done to stop it? Even if I wasn't involved in it, I didn't do anything to stop it. Nobody else did anything to stop it. We watched it. I became one of the first people who came out and said, hey, this is fucking wrong. So once I said this is fucking wrong, I had to then take some of the responsibility of doing it. That's why I was saying earlier, yeah, I like shaking ass and all this stuff. There's a time and a place, and I think that we've forgotten that part in the Bible when, yeah, white people have their degenerates. They got their people living in Appalachia and all this kind of stuff. But they know these things exist in their space, in their time, and they have their purpose. Just like in my yard, there's all types of insects that are doing things, and if I got rid of them, other shit would come.
What happened?
Yeah, but you can't have too much of it. And a smart person, a smart farmer, when they realize, hey, we can't just keep overproducing crops here because we're killing the soil.
That's a development of the ecosystem.
Talk,
Okay,
Jeff.
but you
Hey,
can't.
before y'all go, I'm about to step away. I'm about to bid you guys adieu. As always, I love Tommy's part. Tommy, I'm glad to see you back on YouTube, man. Hope you last on that bitch, man.
Let's see how long I last.
Yeah,
I typically don't last long.
No, you got some subscribers and everything up in there, man.
Yeah,
You doing the
typically
damn
about
thing,
5-10 minutes, I'm finished. So this is as long as I've lasted.
Listen, man. I pray you be able to stay back on that channel, man. Shout out to the panel. As always, man, I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Hey, Tommy, man, if you free this Friday, let's do a TNT show.
Let's do it. We can make a channel now.
Yeah. There we go. All right, I'll see y'all later.
Out. I'm making all kind of channels. 37. They're going to flag all of them.
I want to get back to Grace if I could.
All right, y'all
go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Man, they start talking about them damn sneakers and everything. I don't know if y'all noticed, man. I start tuning out. I start looking at my Avery channel, trying to see if I'm gonna rent a vehicle when I get down in Houston, and I ain't want to hear about no damn sneakers. I was good to go. But there was a good podcast, man. Shout out to Tommy as always, man. If y'all don't know this video, let me show y'all this video before I go. This video is on YouTube right now. Go to y'all see it. It's playing in my background right now. I did this video. I want to shout out the brother. Where we at? It's called Creative Player. I'm gonna share it on the screen. Hold on here. Stop screen. Share screen. Come here. Come bring it back to the beginning. Let's see. I want to play something here. All right, so now I want to show y'all some of this. So we're gonna bring it over here, add it to the stage. Bring this over here so I can play it. Let's make it big. All right, so I'm gonna play some of this video. This you can find this video. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for my moderators to put it as well. This is the link for this video. I did this video on the last day when I was in California. This is shout out to my boy P Nice. This channel is called Creative Players Channel out in California. This is in the Long Beach area. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it.
Yeah, SCBK under Commander Jayana, man. It's a pleasure to be up in the joint with you, man.
Pleasure to meet you too, brother.
Hey, I did have a slight little art with the brother, because I came in his studio and I'm looking at. Listen, the ambiance is fire.
You're looking, I appreciate it.
But then I was looking up, and the question I asked, like, out of all the pictures of Tupac, he got the picture of Tupac with Marilyn Monroe. So I'm like, what's up with the Marilyn? What's up? What's up? You couldn't.
What's crazy is I'm calling this white bitch Madonna Marilyn Monroe. I'm gonna correct myself though, but it's crazy that I'm calling her Marilyn. But don't it look like Marilyn? I don't know, but it looked like Marilyn. I was thrown off, but I said Marilyn.
Hey, they probably don't want to put Jada right now because Jada
forgot who I It's crazy 'cause me and Godormo was in here and we didn't even spot that. So now that you said that, is crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. I'm like, okay, it's all black. It's all black. All black. All black. I'm looking at, and then we got
iconic figures.
The one snow roach and shit. You know.
Oh my God! What?
Well, snow roach, because you know they like to say snow bunnies. I'm not gonna give no white woman that type of credit. Man. But we ain't gonna call it a snow roach.
Snow roach, we gonna call her the
So
snow
what
roach.
was in the thought process to put Tupac and Marilyn together?
It was just part of history, man. You feel? I just really seen it, and you know,
that
as a
is
kid,
Marilyn.
You know, Tupac.
Okay, so I was
like,
right.
You know
That is Marilyn.
Right.
And then everywhere I go as a kid, I just see Marilyn Monroe everywhere. You know what I mean? It ain't even had.
I think we said it wrong now. I think that's Madonna.
That's Madonna.
Yeah,
I thought that was Madonna.
They gonna mess with. They gonna mess. They already messed with you.
That's Madonna.
With the
That
Israelites.
is. That's
They
Madonna.
already messed with you with the Israelites.
That's Madonna.
So let's make sure we get it right. That's Madonna.
I'm saying that
Oh, this
because
video
even when I
was
said
about,
Marilyn Monroe,
He thinking I'm right. Now I want that to be all
This
right.
video was about an hour and 50
y'all
minutes.
married and everything.
And
We didn't watch the news.
and it was a real good
That was amazing.
conversation.
When the battle with Shu and Michael Jones, when it first came on, whoever the judge was, the guy that was talking in the middle, he was like, yeah. In the beginning, before y'all start debating, he said, I'm going to let you guys know, I'm going to give y'all a 30-minute warning. I said, damn, 30 minutes? How long this shit about to be? They about to debate on this for 30 minutes. Yeah. And that's a 30-minute warning. Like, meaning it's going to keep going after that, too. I'm like, damn.
So we had to do that for an hour.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah, we had to do that shit for an hour. If you watch it right, at about, I think like the 50.
So this was
I'm a
good. So
counselor
y'all want to
before
check
we
this
went counselor.
out. It's a recent interview. And I want to shout out my brother, Cam James, since I'm over here. Let me shrink this down. Let me go to my good brother, Cam James. Let me show that one. This is the Cam Up podcast. He spent 2 days with the Hebrew Israelites. Are they racist?
This is the tribe of Gad.
Look at that fly. Boy, that jacket right there.
Naphtali.
That's a fly ass
Manasseh,
jacket right
and
there.
The other side.
Wait. Now you about to see the fly. Wait till they show the fly nigga. That most important part is to see. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the hoodie.
Right. And then we got 144,000. So the 144,000.
This is the beginning. Look at that real nigga university jacket. Sweater rather. Look at that jacket right there. That jacket, that sweater, I keep saying jacket.
Correct.
That hoodie right there,
Which is why we're
that hoodie fly as hell right there. Look at that jacket. This is another interview. If you want to check out this interview, let me put this link in the chat. Let me put this link. This is my good brother Cam James. It was a pleasure meeting him. Had a good conversation with
I
the
flew
brother.
to New York. Now I'm in New
Let
Jersey.
me see if I can
to
get some
holla
good
at
parts.
Captain
He did some
Tazaryach.
highlights. Let me see if
Judah
there's a good
is
highlight.
the tribe
to
that I
talk
come
about.
from.
Let me see.
So to say Judah in
Anti-whiteness,
Hebrew is Yahawada.
Okay.
So I don't have a
anti-Semitism. So this was a good.
One of the things that gets said the most out the gate about the Hebrew Israelites is that you're anti-Semitic, right? And people like Kyrie Irving have put out, shared links to videos that have spread some of the message, and he was called anti-Semitic as a result. Other people who have communicated similar things have been called that. And the response from the Hebrew Israelites tends to be, how can we be anti-Semitic if we're the original Israelites? That's always the pushback. But do you think there's any credence to any accusations of Hebrew Israelites being anti-Semitic in their speech, in the things they say on the corner, and when they're using loudspeakers? Do you think there's any credence to that, or do you think that maybe there's fringe activities within the organization that can be attributed to?
I think so. The term anti-Semitic actually shows how anti-Semitic the Jewish man is, not us. Anti-Semitic comes from the term Semitic or Shemitic, which is a man by the name of Shem in the Bible. So Shem is the progenitor of the Chinese and Japanese, is the progenitor of the black race, the white race, and the progenitor of the East Indians, that I could just say. Those 7 races I could say off the top of my head. And what the Jewish man did was says, I'm gonna make I'm gonna take the anti and make it only about me, which is selfish. That's extremely selfish. Like I would never use the term anti-Semitic because of all the other nations that involve. Because we're just Israelites. Now we come from a Shemitic stock, but because I know other nations come from a Shemitic stock, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
hey,
deny them from being.
I put the link for the interview with P Nice. I put that in there. I put it up above the first link. So the first link before this video I'm playing, that's the one with P Nice. All right.
From Shem, but the Jewish man would. And it's a propaganda push to where anytime you say anything against Jewish people, we cry foul by saying that's anti-Semitic. Kyrie Irving didn't say anything negative. He didn't put I agree with this, I watched this, I do anything with this. The crazy part about it, they called him anti-Semitic. But Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, he's not anti-Semitic. So it's selling on his website.
That's true. I'm definitely not going to defend Bezos.
Right.
Would you say that somebody with the platform of a Kyrie Irving sharing a link like that he has a responsibility for the contents of that link?
I think the first responsibility, if you're going to put that Kyrie has a responsibility to share something that was public, because that book's been out.
It's public.
That documentary was out since 2015.
100%.
So if he's sharing something that's already public and you're going to make him be responsible, but not make the owner that put it out be responsible, that's the hypocrisy. If they said, do we say anything against the so-called Jewish man? The answer is emphatically yes. Do we say it in an anti-Semitic way? The answer is emphatically no.
Okay, so the term is definitely what you take issue with.
Right.
And
I take them owning the term because when you battle them, if you have a conversation with them, they'll say, well, we came up with that in the 1800s to only own it.
Right.
But by them owning it, they got rid of all the other nations that came from Shem. Like right now, America is not saying Jewish people hate Palestinians. They say Jewish people are seeking justice because the Palestinians are doing them wrong. That's the propaganda.
I want
that
to show
they're
y'all something,
putting
right?
out. So when we
I'm
look
gonna
at the
stop
Southern
this
Poverty
video,
Law Center,
but I want
we
to
got
show y'all something. Many people may not notice about the term anti-Semitic. Me being in this business, it's my job to know these things. So I want to show y'all because Semitic, of course, comes from Shem. That's a true word. It's supposed to be anyone that comes from Shem. So why did the Jewish man feels that, or the so-called Jew feels that he can own that term? I'm gonna show you the origin here. So when you look here, it'll tell you the term anti-Semitism has its origins in the 1800s, specifically coined in 1879 by German journalist William Marr to give a new pseudo-scientific racial basis to hostility against the so-called Jew, shifting it from religious prejudice to a secular and racial ideology. This change coincided with the rise of racial theories influenced by Charles Darwin and fueled by societal changes and Jewish emancipation, which led to new forms of discrimination, political movements, and violent programs, particularly in Eastern Europe. So that's the term anti-Semitic. That's why they feel that they own it. Just the same way that they're this fake Jew is the same way that they lied about anti-Semitism and own it. And so when you want to actually teach it, you can say that they're anti-Semitic against Arabs, anti-Semitic against us, anti-Semitic against East Indians, anti-Semitic against Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, because those are all Shemitic tribes. Just wanted to give y'all that little tidbit. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. It's about 12:25. I got to get up at 5:30, 5:45, so I can go to the gym. Is there anything else I need to talk about before I go? I'll be in Texas next week. I got two new oils. One oil, I think I'm gonna call it the one for men. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow at the gym. I'm gonna call this one. Where you at? I think I'm gonna call this one exclusive. I'm gonna call this one exclusive. Maybe I'll call both of them exclusive. One of them I want to call Peaches. I used to have this oil called Peaches, and the name Peaches has nothing to do with the scent peaches. But I wanted to call it Peaches, so I may call it Peaches. I'm just know what I'm gonna do. I know where I'm gonna get the names from. I have a go-to sister that I contact whenever I ask for new names, and she's brilliant at it. Hey, when you get a chance, some new ideas for men and women oils. Thanks in advance. All right. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I don't know if I'm doing a Car Chronicles tomorrow. I may do one Thursday, not sure. Because I gotta prepare. I gotta pack orders. After I get done in the gym, I gotta pack orders. I might have time, but I am gonna do a live. I think I'm gonna do a live stream on TikTok. Y'all let me know if there's a subject that I need to do, and I really need y'all to do that. So if y'all give me a subject that I need to do, like in a presentation form or a scripture form, you got, Jesus is God, virgin birth, Christ didn't die for everybody, is the law done away with? There's a ton of different topics. So just hit me up. If there's a topic you want me to do, we'll get into it. All right. So until next time, Shalom Israel.